videos on now, so we're truly live.
Okay.
So we're looking at all the maps first.
Yeah, so Orange Congressional 2.3.
All right, I will open it, and if we don't look it up on here, that is a-okay with me.
No, I think we can zoom in on things that would be good to have it up there actually. So let's do that.
And as far as the bulk of this should be the same. I know they did a little bit of specific refinement. I think mostly catching zero blocks and things yesterday.
Okay,
So everything should be
so there could be.
correct. But if there's a change of a block or two,
Okay,
it's possible.
so Salt Lake split 3 times on this one.
Could we zoom in to that,
Yeah,
where the split is?
it is Mill Creek.
And if you want to drop, let's see.
Oh, I hope they fix these.
So 1, 2, 4. Okay, now here's the 1, 2, and 4. And for District 3, what is the northern boundary on District 3?
It comes up
To the county line, it looks like.
and kind of follows I-15 for,
So 3 does not go into Salt Lake County then.
No,
but it does take part of Draper, for
Yeah.
instance. So there's certainly a
so Draper is split.
connection there.
But it's
even.
the county line split.
Mhm.
Not great. Hello, Gordon. We're on YouTube, just so you know.
Yes.
How you doing?
Really good.
We brought treats.
Sweet.
This seems
Now, what's that little piece there?
interesting.
I wonder if that's an error. Or, or it could be that that's let's get us to.
They need the
Yeah.
deviation right there.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Or maybe this is intentional. I'm gonna write it down just so I can. I know Commissioner Baker is coming in later, so just.
So are there 27 people there? Is that? what
It looks
we're
like
seeing?
27 people from Mill Creek are within District 2, which hopefully is reflected on.
It is.
Excellent. All right, that means it's nice to have a confirmation that Cassidy's programs ran correctly.
So I think that is odd to
I
have that.
am
one piece.
inclined to agree.
So would we, there's not another part of Mill Creek that is in 2? That's the only little part.
I believe so.
Okay,
It's just that part.
Yeah, I think that's kind of
And then
strange.
there's also this single block of Salt Lake that's over. There's other parts of Salt Lake that are in District 4, but there's also this single block right here that crosses the city boundary.
It's in District 4.
Yeah.
That's not on this list.
Well, I think that there's a bunch of people in Salt Lake. And just, oh, this is South Salt Lake.
South Salt Lake, yeah. I'm not seeing that
Or-
either.
Sorry, it's not South Salt Lake. I don't have my city boundaries on it. It's whatever is just north of Mill Creek, which is
South Salt Lake. And Salt Lake.
certainly not Ogden. Yeah, so there's some number of people in South Salt Lake in District 4. There's a house in Salt Lake that's being split.
Mhm.
Oh, there's another page.
Oh, sorry.
No, you are just fine.
Okay,
Okay.
so,
But it is interesting that 7 of these people are not with this larger chunk.
mhm. Yeah. So up here, if we were going to take Commissioner Hilliard's example, so we have Grouse Creek up here.
Mhm.
And in that same district, we also have Monticello Bluff, you know, which is interesting.
And is this the one from Commissioner Hilliard where he was talking about the USU remote campuses, for instance? I think he really liked
And I do
this
think that's,
connection through Moab.
and I do think that is a good idea. Because there is a community of interest there. And I think that's certainly interesting. I do think though that, so how do you weigh that out? Because there certainly is the issue of, you know, just the two furthest corners
Right,
of the
well,
state.
Because like you said, there's been a lot of discussion between the, you know, balancing a rural identity with just a unmanageable district to
Yeah,
travel.
right. So, so that would be, I mean, certainly this embraces a different philosophy. This has little pieces of, you know, it's certainly fanned out. The most compact, obviously, is District 2 in this.
Which is Tooele, Olive Davis, and then a substantial portion of the northern.
And where's the Salt Lake City split here too? That's another question I have. Up in the north, where, so did they just, so they split it at the, in the hills, okay.
Yeah, it looks like they just lost just this. It even looks like it may, or maybe a neighborhood kind of.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
split
an
there.
interesting split as well. Look at that. Okay, could you zoom in again too?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so right there, having that little piece
Gets them.
is, so just so you know, this is all a community of interest right here.
It does kind of wrap up
Yeah, this is,
further out here.
this is my neighbor.
Okay.
So I
You're
know
an
it well.
expert.
I know it well. Yeah, so this right here is all part of this community right here. And so that's odd that this little piece right here comes out. So I guess that's one thing that I would argue against this piece right here. I can see if they followed I-80 came up here, or even what they've done is they've taken, these are the city limits right here. So they've gone on this side, but unfortunately they've taken a city piece right here. So is that the only piece of Salt Lake City that is out?
It looks like it is, yeah.
So I would speak against that. And I think I will if we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So, so let's see. So that would be in District 1.
Yeah, the district of portion 1 within Salt Lake City.
So yeah, that's a problem. And how many? 530 right there?
Well, it looks like maybe just
Oh,
under
right there.
1,000 between.
530 is
So
that
that
big
one
block.
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Five.
let me explain to you, Rex, what's happening. If you could zoom out just a little bit. I'm very acquainted with this
I was gonna say, I remember this area.
because I've lived here for like most of my whole lifetime. So here we have the city, okay?
Yeah.
They've done a really great job of keeping all of Salt Lake City together.
Except for this little corner.
This little piece, this is a whole community of interest right here. This Foothill, yes, is right there, but this is all a community of interest. They all go to the same high school. They all, you know, interact with each other. And to have, this is the only piece out of Salt Lake City right
Feels
there
really
that
odd.
is out,
Yeah.
that is in District 1 and not in District 2.
Yeah.
So I think perhaps we could talk to them about that, because I think that is an issue.
That's the 1,031 people.
I guess, yeah, must be.
Yeah.
that's
Is that
the
called the
number.
Cove? I'm trying to
No,
remember.
the Cove's down here and Olympus
Okay.
Cove is over here. This is, what do we call this? Arcadia,
Okay.
I think is what it's called.
And then we also finished talking about that little section into South Salt Lake between this boundary. There's 27 people in Mill Creek that cross over. From that one, maybe 27 people, maybe less intentional than 1,000 people, I wonder.
Yeah. Although my guess is that, you know, that 27 is probably
For
one of the linchpin
numbers,
kind
right.
of you know, pieces.
So, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. So let me just check this little piece out again too. So this is District 1, and so they would be with
Yeah, who would they be with?
It would be with a portion
Oh.
of, like, a large part of Mill
a
Creek,
piece
but
of Mill
then
Creek.
also, this is that kind of rural district where we were talking,
Yeah.
it's Grouse Creek through.
So a
Yeah.
piece of Mill Creek, but then rural.
Yeah,
And they have some of Ogden, or is it
All
all
of
of Ogden?
all we breed. Yeah.
can you show the county lines?
Yes. Excellent suggestion. Thank you.
So, we have a second.
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
excuse me.
No,
Uh-oh, I'm like, you know that I have to go out. There was another one missing.
exactly. So show me along this division here.
Not quite I-15.
So could you put in, let's put in Holiday, let's put in Sandy, let's just see.
I can put them all in, or we can go one at a time and
Let's go
like
one
do
at a
the,
time.
Okay, so it's got all
So
of Holiday.
Holidays together.
Yeah,
Mill Creek certainly is
it's split. Yeah.
split. Okay, Cottonwood Heights, looks like they have,
Heights.
is
Show me some of
whole.
that.
So then now we're on to Sandy. Oh, right. This
Yeah, Cottonwood
this is what
Heights.
this is for. Excellent.
Sandy is in 4 and in 1.
Yep.
But near an even split.
Yeah,
And largely follows.
sorry. So White City is split.
I was gonna no, but White City is split almost perfectly. At least this.
So White City is split.
Although it's not a formal city, so it won't
Right,
show
so
up.
it's not listed here. Interesting.
Murray's split.
Okay, let's see where the split is in Murray. Into 1, so you have almost 5,000 into
Okay.
District 1.
This little corner.
So you have Klein, and what street is this, 13th East?
Yeah.
And then around just below the high school.
That's interesting, they've carved that, the high school out, because I would assume that this population
Yeah,
is a feeder.
I would think I could find 176 people somewhere else.
Mhm.
But I'm sure there are
I mean,
places
there's
over here
students
that
go
are
here too.
going,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, where's Highland Drive? Be by there.
Right here.
Yeah.
It's kind of follows
So,
the,
yeah, this
the
area.
boundary of.
This area fits into Cottonwood.
I always get confused where Highland Drive and 13th are different and same.
Mhm.
Okay, so just a few things, but I think things that they could fix.
Yeah.
It's like you say, with this, if they were going to change that, if they felt that was necessary to change,
Yeah.
but certainly on that piece in Salt Lake City,
Yeah.
I would definitely say that needs to be tweaked. And this map then certainly embraces the philosophy of
Yeah.
the rural urban mix. And although I have to say District 2, fairly compact, I mean, you have
Yeah.
to rural there, but here's another issue that with this.
Always.
But
the grass-
Lyle. You've taken your 2 furthest
Yeah.
corners of the state.
If I remember, as he articulated it, he called this the Utah State map.
Right, yeah, that's what.
I don't know if that's the right map, but all of these communities all
I'll have
have
satellites here, yeah,
satellites.
which I think that's important to know.
Yeah,
But again, it's
but
that argument
it is a
here,
long way.
where,
from
like I say, the
individual.
2 furthest points of the
Yeah.
state.
I would be really interested to know how many times a member of Congress has been to Grassburg. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Rob has.
Yes.
Okay, so anything else to discuss on this? So let me ask this, Chair. Okay, sir. For tomorrow then, if we are going to take a vote though, that narrows these down, I mean, I would probably say I guess we need to talk about, I guess, just voting for this type of philosophy if we are saying, yeah, we'll do two different ones. So that's it. But also there are a few issues that I would like to see addressed.
Yeah.
Maybe before we vote on it, but so I don't know. That's just something to think about, but so those are just a few issues. So anything else on here that gave you concern or, I mean, like this is a manageable district, the size of it.
Yeah.
And this would be comparable to the size of our third district in purple. This though is very.
Yeah.
Any other concerns with this?
No, it's one that I think, especially if we were to address some of those issues, it's one that I think is worth conversation. It's not, if I were ranking them, it wouldn't be my first map. Probably not my second.
We know what our first map is.
Well, true.
Do you know what the motivation for like these county splits? I mean, I assume population, but
Yeah.
I can't remember in any of the meetings they've discussed anything else for these county splits.
Thanks, Ryan. How are you? Great. How are
That's
you?
not I-15.
No.
So they're keeping the I-15 corridor in District 3. And so I'm sure that like that one there is just to pick up.
Hopefully all.
Well, yeah, so they're picking up a population center in Delta and keeping it in District 3. And then that other would have been excess population.
So that's Delta right here.
Yes.
Yes, this little insert. And then probably likely the same sort of,
Well, Milford.
yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And then
Thanks,
Cedar, Cedar,
Okay, thanks.
Cedar Enoch don't quite make it in the same district, I think.
No. Yeah.
So Enoch's in 4.
So in some ways, so one of the things that I don't find as attractive about the urban rural mix strategy is essentially Enoch is the only population center south of Utah County that's in this district. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that makes, it feels really odd to have Enoch out here when with a little tweak, we could have essentially had all of this area together with this.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going for some urban rural split, that's one way to get it. But if I'm going to be critical of this map, in addition to the Salt Lake City kinds of issues, having Enoch essentially out on an island,
Right.
feels
odd. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay, so that's orange. So this is an orange is Commissioner.
On to the second orange then.
Orange 3-3.
like her map,
Mhm.
even more when I look at it. Okay, so with this, okay, let's go, if we can go in on District 3. Let's look at the northern boundaries first.
Of District 3.
So it looks like it splits Davis County, right? And just above West.
Does
So
it-
West Bountiful?
Yeah, I was gonna say on your list of
Oh.
populations, we have West
That's what I
Bountiful.
think.
Yes, it
West
is
Bountiful
split.
split a little bit. Is Bountiful split?
No.
Okay.
So my guess is they use, on the right side, they use Bountiful as the border. Yeah.
Yep. And just that little bit of West Bountiful.
In 3. And this is very confusing that the colors are different. from this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. But it is the same.
It's the same map.
It's the same map. How
different
interesting.
So I don't know.
I guess for our sake, I can in fact
Well, I,
adjust that if we want to.
no,
Just
I don't think
while
it's
we're here.
worth.
No, it's not worth it. Okay, so, all right, so if you go up there again, so.
So that's essentially Tooele, Box Elder, Cache, Rich, Weaver, Morgan, and part of Davis.
Mhm.
Oh. So,
I guess
Wait,
not
they
quite
don't
all.
have Morgan though.
They have
oh, they have part of Morgan.
most of Morgan. Oh, but Morgan City looks like
Okay.
it's kind of the boundary maybe.
Yeah,
So Morgan City is in 1,
And the rest is south of
but
Morgan
the
City.
county,
well, there's only 1,100 people in District 2 in Morgan County. Just happen to be able to tell that by looking at the map.
You're very experienced now. I would expect nothing less.
so it looks like probably around 11. Hmm. Yeah, looking at it, I'd say probably 11,000.
Yeah, this kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
All right, so. Okay, so let's look at the eastern side of 3.
Oh, while we're here,
That's right.
real quick, along in Davis County,
Yes.
in District 2. Shows there are 8 people.
In Davis County.
Yeah.
Does it show Centerville or any of these cities being split?
No,
So maybe there really are 8 people out
my
here.
guess is it must be 8 in one of those little mountain
Yeah.
sections somewhere.
Oh,
Well,
here's
there's
5 of them.
5.
There's 5.
Yeah,
And this is outside the Centerville boundaries,
yeah, I
at least
bet.
on the population.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. So there's 5 of them and then
There's
3
gotta be
more.
3
Three
more
somewhere.
somewhere. Up
There they
there they
are.
are.
Okay,
Right there.
Okay.
so just on the outskirts of the cities. And then I guess they take these mountains to,
Yeah, and see, for me, I'd rather see on this side of the mountain, if there are only 3 people, put them in District 1, yeah, or District 2, the
District two,
mountain,
which, look at their
or District 3.
deviations, they could certainly,
it just
they're
occurred
not,
to
Oh,
me,
yeah.
so they could certainly add those back.
I
Yeah.
haven't been sharing our screen, so,
Oh,
which is.
sorry, people.
And the camera keeps turning off, and that one I've just perhaps come to terms with.
So I
For
guess for this
posterity.
one, my suggestion would be
Yeah,
to, like you say, Rex, put those back in with the district, so they're just not the lone people that are way out in the far-flung district, that they would join the people of District.
either 1
3
or
and
3, yeah.
Well, that 5 should go
Yeah, the
to
5
1.
go to 1 and the 3 go to 3.
Mhm. So in District 2, you would take that 5.
So District 2 would go to
Put in
minus
1.
6. District 1 would go to plus 5. District 3 would go to minus 3. Yeah, minus 3.
So District 3, let's see. So we're taking that
We're
Let's see
adding
what-
3 people into District 3.
and we're taking it out of
So it would come out of
2.
2.
So if we take all 8 of those people, 2 will go to -9.
So they're all going into 2.
Or
They're all
Because I was-
come-
I was
all-
out of 2.
no, they're all coming from 2.
Right, all coming from
5 are
2.
going to
Uh-huh,
1,
right.
3 into 3.
So it would make their
So-
largest deviation
Negative
-9 instead of +7.
Uh-huh.
But then you get rid of that last Davis County split entirely with that,
Yeah,
right? There's no one living here.
yeah.
And so that little 3 piece we were putting into
Into
District
3.
3.
Yeah.
From District 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then Commissioner, one of you was saying the eastern boundary of District 3 then?
yeah,
after
it
that?
runs us through. If we, is there anything else you
Yeah.
want to check out there?
Nope. Although it does look like this little corner piece here, I would move into
Mhm.
3 as well.
Yeah.
Keep it on
And just
the
add
side of
it,
the county
Right.
line. Yeah.
it's just a 0 again. but-
Yep.
And then I wonder, that
So just, we'll clean up there.
that's just,
That one I think is actually the county boundary.
Oh, so-
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
we'll put that one on the Census Bureau for that block.
Okay, but I do like, I think you're right. We
Yeah.
need to add that piece back into 3.
All right. So let's go over to the western boundary.
Let's look at the eastern.
Oh, eastern boundary
Yeah,
of 3? Okay.
Do you show any city
So,
splits? in Salt Lake
Cottonwood
County?
Heights.
Cottonwood Heights is.
Yep.
By how many people?
94.
A block or 2? Oh, or 3 or 4. So really,
No, it's that little corner there.
so this,
See, and I would argue that would be really hard to be taken out of my community and put in District 2.
Uh-huh.
Not that there's anything wrong with District 2,
No.
but it's certainly a different, I would want to stay with my community.
Yep.
Instead of being the only one split off, like even down here. Nobody's split
Yeah.
off there.
Yeah.
It's just this little piece that's gone with
So-
this very rural.
Zoom in right here for me. Okay, that's a 0 there. Can't quite trade this for that. But that could be part of it.
and do you have any other, I guess I wanted to check up here, or these are,
Yeah, I would say especially this one, there's no reason for it to not be in the city.
yeah, so the zeros for sure, but then the people too, the
But that 3
community
there,
arguments.
After the canyon, I bring them back.
Yeah.
And then like you were saying before, Dr. Green,
It's
that
within
also,
city
that kind of
districts.
allows you to take some, portion of even the
yeah,
mountains, even if there's a 0
yeah.
between the two.
This is one set of mountains that if we're gonna keep it with the other side of the range, I think one can make some argument for it because we've got ski resorts, kinds of communities up here as well as over here. So if you're going to make a split along the mountain range, this one has at least a possibility of having some sense.
I agree, but these little pieces
But
should go
yeah,
back in here.
yep.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that because I think there are some commonalities here.
Yeah.
But Could you show Brighton, please?
So all Brighton is
Yeah, and that makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
an Alpha 2 maybe.
Oh, Alpha.
Yeah, I would fix that.
I put Alta.
Oh, the 0 too.
Well, yeah, the 0 definitely
Yeah,
put in.
so, okay, so we need to be making that, so they need to bring Alta back into District 4, to make Alta whole.
And like I said, I'm sure that's just a side effect of this. We didn't include the 0 split, so one or two will snuck away from us today. But I'll make a note of that too for cleanup.
Could you show me the population of Alta? Once we put it on top. Yeah, I would suggest if we could find a way to move all of Alta into District 2, that would keep up
That
with
would
the
help with
other.
the numbers too, when they did something with Cottonwood Heights. Was it Cottonwood Heights? Is that where they take?
Yes,
Yes,
There was 80 some odd people there, I think.
94.
Okay, so how many are in Alta? 228?
228.
So maybe there could be yeah, I mean, certainly you'd be taking out of the county, right? If you go out. So
So this is,
Alta would be going into a different,
yes, but it would be in the same one as Brighton.
exactly.
So,
Which, and I think if they're using that philosophy to bring
yeah,
Brighton into Park City. So if we do have our ski resorts. I think that could be a good compromise.
mhm.
Right there.
Do you have any other city splits listed in like that Salt Lake County?
The other city split is Midvale and Sandy.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, that Midvale
Likely not
piece,
on
that
the
Sandy,
border.
that 250, let's see where that is. In District 3, there are 250 from Sandy.
in district.
Is that it right
I bet
there?
that's it right there.
So that would be another
Yeah,
one.
go ahead and zoom.
Well, I
in.
guess, because that's.
Well, it's
actually-
outside
that's
of
out of
Sandy,
Sandy.
yeah, okay, so it's
I'm
outside of
still-
Sandy.
They're
Well, that's
in-
weird. What was right up there then? Did they split? Are we up against another city right
So
there?
is that Cottonwood Heights again? No, that's
Mm-mm.
Midvale.
Midvale. Yeah, so that's another weird one.
Oh, yeah, Midvale has a split.
Yeah, how many in that piece right there? Oh, there are a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Couple 500 or something, probably is what the
Yeah.
split says.
Well,
Maybe even 600 with this 41 next door.
the split actually only says, oh, it's 835.
Okay.
It's the total split. So there may be another place. Yeah, we've got the 41 there.
So 4, 5, 600-ish in this chunk.
Okay, so Sandy is split into 3 with 250. So somewhere,
Somewhere there should be purple
Within
within Sandy.
right, so don't know why
I'm not seeing that.
I can't find it.
Is it possible they cleaned it up yesterday?
It is possible that we'd have to check with Joey, but I know that's Commissioner Baker and the Orange team were both here with Joey last night doing some cleanup. And otherwise I can, oh, here it is. Never mind.
Yeah, I can't see it. Looks like they followed.
Yeah.
I suppose the only other option on this one would be it's not impossible that the boundaries that were used in the analysis have been updated from what is used here. It's not
And use
impossible.
Like the,
Oh, we could have used the AGRC.
right,
Yeah, although we were checking on some of those yesterday, and they all seemed to match still. But I guess that would be my next guess.
Okay.
But I guess we can't find that right now.
yeah, okay. So West Bountiful was fairly
Yeah, even,
even.
well, yeah.
It was
Two-thirds.
it was District 3. Was that right?
The West Bountiful,
Or the Sandy portion?
oh, the Sandy portion, yes, it
That
should be
was
in
in
District
3.
3.
All right, I'm just gonna check one thing. Okay, we are seeing correctly. The map can't find it either.
Okay,
So
good. Well, then maybe they.
yeah, we'll have to ask if they did that. So West Bountiful is where we're looking now.
I think we're okay with the West
Mhm.
Bountiful.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
And West Jordan is a pretty substantial split as well. I mean, it's 20,000 people.
but look, I mean, relatively few city splits.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I think this is a,
How about that Chihuahua piece, though?
oh, yeah. Yeah,
46.
Yes, I did want to see that.
The county split, 46 people. That seems odd.
And that is in District
3.
3.
You there?
Oh, that piece right there.
Yeah, that's weird.
So this little, not quite cul-de-sac, whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah, that seems like a weird spot to split.
And then they picked up a few zeros to get there. It looks like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that just seems like an odd, especially when you could have made the. Oh, let's see, that puts District 1 over. Okay. So they'll then have to find,
Another 40
So-
people in
so-
West Bountiful.
so the problem is that will then cause a wrap problem, but it's one that can be solved, I think.
I do too. Okay,
Is it
so I have a question
1
then.
and 3?
So is the orange team coming in today?
Oh, that is a 1 in 3 fix.
So it would, I think it would just be West Bountiful. They could just move.
Yeah.
I feel like trade right there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I believe they are coming in around 4, and the two of you are leaving around 3. Is
I don't
that
know
right?
what time we're leaving.
Well, I think I've got to leave around 3.
Okay. Because, Bo, are you staying today to help them, or who is staying?
I'll be here for at least some of it, and Joey will be here too, so I can pass a message.
Because I'm wondering if, 'cause to me, it would be really great if it's even in the cards to do this time-wise. But before we go tomorrow night to Harriman, it would be really great that if we've been able to share our concerns.
Yeah.
And-
Just because there are a few places that could easily be cleaned up.
Right, and give some time for
And then I think,
consideration.
and then I think there'd be a good map to
Yeah.
show. You know, I mean, just, you know, I guess one of the things that I guess bothers me the most of this one is to have that 94 out of Cottonwood Heights
Yeah.
going into District 2. So if they could tweak that, and we have some solutions, we have some
Yeah.
possible things that they could use to just tweak those.
Agreed.
Yeah, we can certainly, I'll definitely make sure I get the notes from the two of you before
Okay.
we're done, and then we can pass them along.
Okay, so we've looked at 2 orange maps then. Do we
we
need to
have
choose one
perfection.
of those? Orange, yes, and then we get to. Oh.
Although now I recall you guys saying there was something you wanted to look at here, so maybe
Well,
Yeah.
one more step.
there are a couple of things.
We wanted to look at our splits. So,
But why don't
Fairfield would be one of those.
yeah, but why don't we come back to that, look at the public maps.
All right, so we are not going to
Because
look at the green map though.
We hadn't printed it yet, just because we knew had been some discussion in the meetings.
my personal sense is that's not a map that I would be willing to support.
And I agree.
And part of that is driven by the map makers, 2/3 of them not being in support of the map.
Mhm.
Now, if it were possible to make some tweaks to it, then I'd be willing to entertain that, but I think it would take some significant tweaks.
And I just got to switch users to access the public
So-
submitted maps.
And just looking at numbers, for what we would need to
So-
submit a map.
I was gonna say, can you show us the green map just real quick?
Absolutely. If it is still,
It was, I saw it somewhere, green CD1.
there it is. Oh, the owner apparently.
Because if those two did not support it and we did not support it, then the map was.
Yes.
Anyway.
Just looking big picture for a second.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Paused on and logged in.
so I'm driven largely by the lack of support from the map drawers. I think zoom into the Salt Lake area. I'm interested where it,
If I recall, I believe it follows the Salt Lake City boundaries for a portion of it.
yeah,
Mhm.
And then perhaps even West Valley,
yeah,
and then South Salt Lake too, I think.
yeah. So I don't necessarily find the splits in Salt Lake County troubling, except that I'm more uncomfortable with the splits between 3 and 4. The 2-3 splits seem reasonable to me. The 3-4 splits feel a bit more odd.
Yeah, can we look at this right here too, please?
Yes, I think Holiday, I think is whole. I'm trying to, I was with them, so we did a lot of this.
Yeah.
So let's just go, so is Mill Creek split then?
Roughly
That's-
Mill Creek.
Okay. Yeah, Mill Creek is split.
Right along.
What is that?
23.
Yes.
Which is an interesting split. So. I probably would not have chosen that split.
Yeah, it would seem, if you're gonna split it, 20th seems like a more natural split, or Highland Drive.
A Highland Drive is more of a natural split. Yeah, 20th would be a more natural split. But definitely 13th or Highland is more of a split. Okay, interesting.
Do you want me to zoom in anywhere?
No, I think I'm okay.
And then let's see if you want to go south just a little bit. So Cottonwood Heights, then we kept that whole.
So then
So
Sandy
Sandy split.
takes a brunt of it.
Yeah.
Midvale might be. No, Midvale, I don't think it's split.
It's not that it's whole.
Oh, this one has all white Sandy.
No, that's true.
Okay, let's go down to the south again. So Draper.
Draper, I think, is split just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. Although that's along I-15.
Yeah.
Large, yeah,
And if
entirely.
you're gonna split there,
That's a good spot
that's
to
a good
split.
spot.
I-15 all through northern Utah County.
Oh, yeah, this is another one of those places where, I mean, if you're gonna split it, splitting along I-15 makes some
Uh-huh.
sense. But part of what I heard when I went to, well, I guess you were there too, the Silicon Slopes. There was some sense that they'd like to be in the same congressional
Right.
district if possible.
Right.
I think pretty similar to the current map. Once we get out to Vineyard.
But this
Oval
mirrors, I think, is what the
stops
current
following-
map is.
Yeah, because then Provo is whole
Yeah.
in 3. I
Could you
imagine.
zoom out again one more time, Bob, please?
All the way this
Mhm.
far.
A little bit more, please. And again, can you show me what this piece is right up here?
For which portion?
That's the Magna,
Yeah,
West Valley
this is-
City,
yeah.
all of Salt
So
Lake City.
almost all West Valley, almost all
Okay,
of
and
South
then-
Salt Lake
and then it goes all the way down.
Tooele, Grantsville.
through southern Utah.
Okay, that's. Yeah, I'm-
So so the feedback we got in St. George was that the Washington
They don't
County
want to
folks
be with Salt
wouldn't
Lake.
want to be with Salt Lake.
We heard that from both St. George and Cedar.
Yes. And both of those are in
And this-
District
this
two.
district.
With Salt Lake City property, but yeah.
All right, so, but we're feeling there might not be much appetite for this map.
That's correct.
Okay. All right, so let's look at this CB Public.
A pause while we scroll through these, just in case there's anything I don't know about. CV Public Professional. Oh, I have an email list from Joey with the full names. Give me just one moment. Maybe I
I'm guessing.
It's probably it. That looks right to me.
Mhm.
Now I'll unpause this. So it certainly has slightly higher deviations than,
Can't believe that. Um,
So this is the donut hole
mhm.
kind of approach.
yeah.
Okay, so let's look at
So-
4, see what their north and south is.
So it looks like they follow. That's the county boundary, I believe. But sometimes I can't remember.
Yeah.
So county boundary, south and north.
Well, interesting.
Yeah, okay, so,
So Salt Lake City is split.
and so let's put, let's put West Valley or Salt Lake here.
Yeah, Salt Lake
Yeah.
is split almost along here, but not quite.
So it keeps the Rose Park. And so where I would think keeping Rose Park with West Valley, given the communities of interest, that we've heard about, would make more sense. This separates those.
The West Valley, yeah, is entirely wholly of it.
Taylorsville. Oh, Taylorsville.
So
that'll be-
is Murray split then?
I think Murray is split right there, just along.
Oh, so, okay, so
But
there are
along
other city
I-15.
splits. Okay, so Salt Lake City. Yeah,
Yeah, but they only split 2 counties. I mean, that's,
that's amazing.
that's,
But I guess it's really, they just took as much of western Salt Lake County as you could. And that's where the split.
And the splits, we're not seeing small splits in county and cities. They're proportional.
Nothing that we've seen.
yeah.
So, and where did they make the split in Murray?
Along I-15
I-15, okay.
and is this 215?
Oh, it's Belt Route, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are good splits. If you're going to
Yeah.
split.
And then Sandy, is Sandy also split on your list?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sandy looks like it's getting split all the time, but very small for this one.
Yeah, there's 700.
oh,
That's
Not
pretty.
quite as, I guess, this is a
the
solid neighborhood
smallest.
right there.
That's the smallest city split.
Yeah, 700 is certainly better than the 15 or 9.
The numbers don't want to come up. Oh,
All
sorry.
right, it's, you know what, we can understand 700 people live here. We saw the houses.
So, and Tooele, can we look at Tooele City?
So it's all in District 2.
So it's all there. Wow.
So they split just Salt
And
Lake
how about
and Utah counties, you said?
Ogden?
So,
Wow, they didn't split Ogden.
no,
Yeah, because like Chair Facer was saying, it's just Salt Lake County and Utah counties that are split. So
so District 2 captures Tooele, part of Utah County. So is Provo split then?
Provo is not. Oh, it's
Yeah,
Provo
Provo's
is
split.
not- just a little
Uh-huh.
bit, but then Provo, Orem aren't together. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Orem split. Oh, yeah, Orem split as well.
So what do you have in there, Orem, right now?
That's
So
Provo.
that's Provo and here's
Provo's
Orem.
the one.
So they decided that they felt like Provo, Orem made more sense to the stronger north-south divide. So
Yeah, and
part of
that's-
Provo to Orem and part of Orem to Provo.
It's interesting, you know, because you could essentially trade off Tooele County for probably the rest of Orem. How much? 81,000, I think they're 70 some odd
Yeah, I think
thousand
it's
in
pretty cool.
Tooele.
But
You
But I
have
think-
to jump
but
over.
Tooele would have to
But I
go.
think
Yeah,
Tooele
you have
makes-
to jump over.
Like, Tooele's
this
gotta
right
stay in-
here.
Yeah, I
District
think
2 this
Tooele
way.
makes some sense in that District 2.
And then,
They're just not real thrilled about these dividing lines. That again splits the Silicon Slopes.
right,
Mhm.
split Lehigh, but maybe not American Fork, it looks like.
I think this is really a great attempt, though.
Yeah.
I think this is it's interesting they got District 2 down to 0.
Yeah.
Although I guess
And
that's,
just to only have those 2 splits, that's,
but they had the wiggle
County
room
splits.
playing with Lehigh, Provo, Orem. They had some larger cities to
Mhm.
Yeah.
wiggle back and forth.
yeah. And who submitted this? Do we know?
Yeah.
We do, again, I'm only gonna pause here because I am worried, just in case there's names I don't know about. This was, we can find their full name, but
Oh, no, I'm just
Sea
curious.
Boots Heads.
yeah.
Well, I just think these, the way they kept counties together is
Yeah.
pretty amazing. So,
Anything else we're interested in for this map?
I think we looked at all those splits the Provo split, the Sandy split,
Yeah.
South Salt Lake, Draper. Like I say, I think they're significant on both sides. There significant numbers. But you were really happy with the Orem Provo split
Yeah. It just,
and the Silicon Slopes.
yeah.
Provo, Orem does follow
So I'm not
University.
vehemently opposed to it, but
I'm not
real
either.
excited about it.
Okay. All right, so let's look at the next one. Let's look at JE. Are you sure with this one?
Yep. Just writing down, I'm not opposed, not excited.
All right,
Yeah, that was my final.
JE. If I don't find it quickly, I will go ask Joey. He wrote down the full names.
I'm wondering if it was, no, we have that one. No, that's the TD.
Yeah. wish I wrote it because I know I was
There is,
Oh,
or no, that's
JT?
JT, not
Yeah.
JT. Sorry.
with Joey when we looked at them all.
Stuart has been working very hard.
Yeah.
I'll text Joey real quick.
Okay. All right, let's see, okay, look at that, District 4, that is a
It's nice and
very
compact.
compact district.
The deviations are. The deviations are higher than Rob would be willing to support.
I agree.
Which I think from the outset gives some pause. And, you know, the same on that previous map.
And here's another concern right here,
Yeah,
especially St. George's here, people did not want to be up here with Daggett, the corner of Daggett.
yeah, so they must have kept. So it looks like District 3 includes,
Oh, I found it.
oh, there we go.
Johnny Ellis, okay.
We have to go over 2 pages to get to that.
Oh, this is what's on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so split Salt Lake, Utah, and Wasatch counties. 3 splits.
Okay, yeah.
Split in Wasatch is, looks like the hideout. Just north of the Heber city limits. So that keeps the 18 in Park City.
I'm trying to remember. I actually think this map had a description where they explained some of that.
And I'd like to see where the split is in Taylorsville as well. On that one.
No, never mind. One or two of them like mentioned some of the public comments we had heard for things like Park City, that greater Park City area, if that's what we call it. Commissioner Hale, which cities did you say you wanted to see the split in?
Taylorsville,
Oh,
yeah,
because there's only 282 people.
right.
Here they are. Yep.
It almost looks like though they're with like neighborhoods, you know what I mean? I mean, you're out of your city, which
Yeah.
is that a problem for?
You know,
Clerks.
yeah, but with what 282,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, that could be a clerk issue. I don't know what their threshold is on the number of.
Yeah, I don't
But
either.
it's either
So when
that low
Taylorsville is
few
having,
hundred might be somewhere in the neighborhood.
so when Taylorsville is having a city election. Yeah,
They're gonna have a precinct of
Yeah.
those 282.
yeah.
And so where's West Jordan?
North of here.
They're 10,000 and 106,000.
So it looks like as much as they could, they, instead of following the city boundaries, they followed.
A major. So it's doing something south, isn't
Yeah,
66.
66.
100.
They have this whole
Well,
area.
it seems to me that you ought to be able, I mean, if you're gonna dip into, if you're gonna split at West Jordan, you ought to be able to not split Taylorsville.
Mhm.
because it's on this boundary, broadly speaking.
So perhaps there could be a tweak to that Taylorsville
Yeah.
split. So it's interesting, other than Lehigh and Provo, the only other city splits are in Salt Lake County.
Yeah, I mean, this
Which
is,
Utah and Salt Lake County.
yeah, this is pretty impressive
Yeah,
in that way.
yeah, it is. I told you, I think just one of my, just this
Yeah.
whole big piece right here,
Yeah.
that's one district, I'm not comfortable with that.
Yep.
But again, I think there are some good things about this map. I do think the high deviations would be an issue for some commissioners.
Mhm.
This is the District 2 that follows county lines.
Mhm. Yeah, fine. Other than.
Anything else on this map or?
Anything, Rex?
No.
All right, what is our next one?
DR. Do you know which one?
So, it wasn't this one. We didn't print any of the ones that made the super rural districts. We felt like the discussion had warranted, so there didn't seem to be a lot of interest in those from the
Okay.
commissioners. So unless you correct me now, we didn't print
Oh,
any
this
of
looks like
those.
the right one, yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting shapes.
Oh, I guess actually, let me see if they gave a description.
The only county split is Salt Lake. And only 2 cities are split.
That is amazing.
Yeah, splits up the Wasatch Front into 4 districts,
And the
but uses
deviation
complete
of the
cities
district
as
four
often as can.
deviation. It's quite a-
Only county split is Salt Lake. How many city splits do they have?
2.
And where are they?
Well, actually, they have 3. Oh, wait, sorry. No, 2, just Sandy and Sanford. And they split Salt Lake County into thirds.
Sandy has this block. It looks like. Santa,
Only 168 people in Sandy.
Well, this is kind of like, go back to South Jordan.
It would seem to me that you could get rid of that. If you take out,
Look at this. This is kind of good. So you have
well, yeah,
this district, you have this piece that comes out, and you can see it right down your
Yeah.
map. Those 2 pieces that come in this and this.
I agree. This map visually feels very weird.
Uh-huh.
One of the things that I'm noticing as I'm looking at these maps is how valuable the conversations we've been having, and I trust our colleagues have been having about responding to public comment and all of those kinds of things. Where and it may well be that this person listened to every one of our public comment sessions. I just don't know. But I think that's part of what gives me some pause on some of these maps.
Yeah, I agree.
As well.
I agree. I mean, to cut in to District 3
Yeah,
and these, these,
yeah. I mean, it makes me wonder, why didn't you just make a split here? Granted, you would have split more cities. Yeah, because they only split Sandy
right.
and they only split Santaquin.
They're both very small.
But it just, from a visual perspective, it seems odd to have this intrusion, as it were.
Yeah.
Or the two intrusions, depending on which way you want to look at it.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with those. I think that's really confusing just to people around that area. You have 3 districts right there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 right there. Just right away. That's in just a very small
Yeah, out,
area.
where is Harriman? Is that the boundary of Harriman right there?
I want to say yes, but I embarrass myself in my Salt Lake geography all the time.
We have South Jordan there, yes, and Harriman would be down here.
Yeah, so Harriman, South Jordan, West Jordan are 3 separate congressional
So,
districts.
but that little piece of South Jordan separates.
And you know what, like you just said, Bo, too, I mean, just think of some of the big issues there are. And when you have 3 very large growing areas, and each one of them now has a separate Congress person,
Well, this,
I think that's very,
Mountain View Corridor is now 3 congressional
yeah,
districts.
I'm just not supporting that.
But again, I appreciate somebody taking the time to try and think about how they could minimize splitting cities.
Oh, exactly, I mean, you look at that,
Minimize splitting counties.
that's amazing to
Yeah.
have only split 2 cities.
Well,
Yeah, that's,
But
A lot
it is
of work.
interesting, the splits that there are, they're so small that it would seem that you could,
see that one, that's
Yeah.
San Quinn, especially when we have those deviations.
well, yeah, and so the 106, is it 168 in Sandy? That's in District 2. So if we took out 168, that would put it
I
at
could
basically
put, I
minus
could put that
120.
into
And you put it in
D4,
4,
So that,
then that would help correct your,
yeah,
Or
and
that gives you a better number, actually.
that would
Yeah.
actually give you better
Exactly.
deviation,
Yeah.
How many people are in the Santa Fe split?
15,
yeah.
So similar. So
yeah.
I guess, so this map kind of shows you could split no cities and have your deviation be in, that's like the 400
Even
range.
better, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a lot of work and just, and that there's only one county split,
Well, I think Karen and I had a map that was
Choose
somewhat
county.
like that we tossed out because, the deviations were higher than our colleagues.
Or the 1 county split, because I think it followed that's kind of similar. Southern Utah.
No, I think this is really a good effort. I'm a little uncomfortable with having 3 districts within a few miles,
Yeah.
right there in, what was it, Harriman, South Jordan, and West Jordan.
Yeah.
Would each have different representatives.
I agree.
But, and I do think that you could essentially tweak those. Or maybe you only have 1 city split, maybe not even 1 city
Yeah.
split, you can still do it, yeah. Okay,
All right, OM.
OM?
oh my,
I looked at all these maps yesterday. I've already forgotten everyone's names. This looks like it.
yeah, that's it.
That is it.
All right. So they do have a description.
They have a very complex district. So 4 congressional district, 4 natural geographic communities, Salt Lake, Provo, Island, Clearfield, and the rural south of the state. This is all- where is it?
And so Southwest, Salt Lake communities with Tooele. Let's see exactly which community.
Yeah, show us counties as well.
How many county splits do they have? Or which one?
I didn't look at
They
that.
have 3. 3 counties are split. Salt Lake is split to 3. And then Utah County, Weaver County.
We split is pretty small,
Yeah, that's all. I would do-
but their deviations are relatively
Oh, yeah.
tight.
Yeah, they are.
So South Jordan is all within that Tooele district.
And again, they only split 3 cities, so 3 counties and 3 cities.
West Jordan, how large is that West Jordan split? Is it fairly substantial?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay, so West Jordan's maybe half and half then? and
no, West Jordan has 14,000 in one and 102,000 in the
Not-
other.
Close to half and half, but 14,000 with Tooele, South Jordan is with Tooele, Harriman is with Tooele, Riverton is with Tooele.
And then Eagle Mountain, Saratoga
Saratoga.
Springs,
But they don't have
and
a
part of Lehigh.
They do have a Lehigh split.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mhm.
5,000 people in Lehigh. that are different
15
cities.
people out of Santa Quinn.
Santa Quinn again?
Yeah, that's weird to take 15 people out. of Santa Quinn.
Oh, it is. This is coming up one of your mouse. I think it's the.
Okay,
I hope it's the block that crosses that. If they live there, yeah.
Yeah.
So it crosses the county line,
okay.
Okay.
and I don't know if we received an answer from the county
From
clerks
the
on
clerks
what's
on that, yeah, because we have a
preferable.
few, there are a
Right.
few like that.
because in
Park
city
cities, things like
elections
that.
or county elections, one of them has to be inconvenient.
Yeah, so we need to find which is the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
I'll make sure. I know Joey's been talking to some of the clerks, so I'll.
Okay, so there was that split, that 15-person split. And which counties are we looking at like that?
That is Utah going down into Juab.
Let's look where they split Salt Lake County up then. So
So West Jordan is split.
here's what I'm always interested to look at, to see what.
Yeah,
that
where they're
does
coming together.
to a community right there. So we have the golf course there, so that's okay. And then what do we have right here?
Just
The Jordan River Parkway, that's not a bad place. So they're using the Jordan River,
Okay, but
I think.
let's talk about these two things. So is this South Jordan right here?
yeah, and I think that's just the South Jordan, West Jordan
City line.
city line. Yeah.
But go back to, sorry, South Jordan, and West Jordan.
I can be quiet. You don't have to go back.
So right here.
So that's within West Jordan. That's where that split
is right
occurs.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And it's hard to.
So look at that, I think that is
Yeah, that,
tricky right there.
yeah,
I'm not sure that's a great split. I would have split there.
yeah. But that would have played
But
with
numbers,
deviations,
yes,
yeah.
yes, because I'm sure there are more than 126 there. But still, for 126 to go in there, I'm just. not
Yeah,
sure that-
can't we find 126 somewhere
Yeah.
else? That Wouldn't feel like it's splitting a neighborhood so much.
Although
these could
houses
be-
face each other as
Yeah,
well,
but look
maybe.
at, so unless over here, the house is this way.
Are these apartments? Yeah.
Let's check real quick.
So maybe it's not such a bad split.
No, those are outbuildings.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they are facing the streets.
So then, and then here on the other side, they're facing each other as well.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think that's a great.
Yeah, I agree.
We follow the West Jordan. Do you want to see any more of that split within West Jordan, looking for boundaries like that?
Yeah, just really quickly. I mean,
So here is the other one.
so unless here on Winthrop, do we have the same situation here?
I think we do.
I think we do,
Because
yeah.
that's really confusing.
I'm gonna assume they're not facing into the
Because
park or the
these-
driveway.
Yeah,
Even-
think about the
even being
competing
the
congressional
candidate, yeah.
candidate
Yeah.
signs.
I think it's tough for the candidates. I think it's tough for the voters. Yeah,
And the rest of it follows, I guess what? This isn't
4,800
quite as
yes.
major as I expected. It's
Yeah.
Like this elementary school may very, I mean, almost certainly serves,
mhm.
but then we got to a highway. That's pretty.
This has your same your problem of Daggett to St. George.
Yeah.
What was the comment that we got earlier today on the purple map?
Oh, it's a really good email. It said, support for purple, sent from my iPad. That was it.
I like it. I like it.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't us that said it.
Yeah. I didn't give my iPad.
Hey, this is what we had to check,
Did I?
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Could you just check one more thing on this map?
For sure.
Let's see, I was just checking the Ogden boundaries, so that just follows, so we just have Morgan
Oh, interesting.
outlined and,
They split Weaver?
They split Weaver.
yeah, we first, so 324.
Oh, there's some
Of
people
Weaver.
on the outskirts of Huntsville that really are the people that it looks like. How many-
124,
How many, is that 200 or 300 people? It looks like
Yeah.
maybe.
324.
Yeah, so it's these people between Ogden and Huntsville. And again, I think largely these,
Yeah.
wow, those are quite the streets.
That's-
Like little kids that were
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Okay, just checking on that.
Are there any other county splits or anything now that you mentioned that one?
Um,
Salt Lake, Utah, certainly.
Yeah, and Weaver.
Yeah, those were
Okay.
ones, so. Okay, so let's go to SF, San Francisco.
For Spanish Fork.
Yeah, clearly I don't get a California off.
He's clearly on the marching band.
This one. SF.
No, that's up worse.
Is it? No, we would have put
Yeah.
SH for short, yeah.
Has Travis DeYoung come to our meetings or participated?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
first one, the public presented, now
Yeah,
he did
so-
virtually. Is this it?
Yes, that's it.
Excellent.
And so right off is the St. George Daggett.
The name is county. That's the whole plan.
And the reason is, it only splits 2 counties. Salt Lake and Utah. Utah County split in half. It split a number of cities.
So it looks like it does split Provo a little bit, but not.
Park City has
And
that
Orem a
little
little bit.
space, that's our favorite
Yes.
piece out there. So we won't count that against anything.
No.
406 and Holiday, 2 to 3, where's that split? What's in the Holiday?
Although they, in some ways,
They may.
well, except for that piece right up here, it feels like this is all one neighborhood,
And they,
but this is also part of the neighborhood.
Yeah, so I don't mind the golf course not being there, but
Yeah.
this,
yeah, it's
to
gonna
have
be
this little piece,
this
just-
120
they'd
people.
be the only ones out of it.
The deviations are
might allow
high
for
enough
some.
that they could have tweaked here.
Oh, they would have to do some tweaking, and that would put two pretty substantially.
Yeah,
2 or 3 would go probably 500 or more for sure.
yeah. So it'd have to be fixed on some other plan. Let's look at Murray.
How many people are split in Murray?
4,000.
All right, the following 215.
Okay.
The next step. Want to check that orange split just to see where that is?
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty regular, so it might be. Oh, never mind. That was the other earlier.
University Parkway and Main Street.
This is all. So this is all over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is all very similar kind of populations.
There's 2 pretty major roads for at least
Yeah.
the bulk of it.
Yeah.
Then we go up.
Okay, so if we could just look at that northern edge of District 3.
Is that Salt Lake County?
Yeah, right there.
So West Jordan, is West Jordan split or not? And they split it on 7,200? 7,800, yes.
78. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
For
Okay,
the vast majority of it.
So let's look at,
We looked at Murray on 215.
215. Okay.
This is.
So yeah, what's that point where this comes together right here?
That's still the Murray boundary.
are we at the,
Okay.
so and where are we though, like, I'm just trying to figure out where we are. So we're at 215 and,
13th West, which doesn't go through. So I think it does.
Seems.
Well, there's no exit is what I.
Yeah, yeah, I think
It goes through, but
They're not getting to each other.
yeah.
Very.
You're not dropping out 215 there.
this area right here. Is that
This is
where?
the city boundary, right?
Yeah, this purple line is the city boundary. So they do. You follow it.
Yeah, this is the problem we have all throughout Salt Lake County.
Yeah,
Right, they've all grown
Yeah.
into each
We
other.
have cities, essentially it's a neighborhood that have abutted up against each other.
Waldo cities. So, okay, let's see. Counties Weaver. What if, oh wait, I'm sorry. Okay, well. No, it's not 518, looked at Holiday.
We show Saratoga Springs.
I think they've really used good markers to split.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, those could be cleaned up with zeros.
Yeah,
And I will say, we didn't look at all of the, but like the West Jordan split, they mostly used a major road, but there was some of that same, I think, neighborhood concerns that were in the
Yeah.
west when you get to the edges of that split.
just them out just a little bit.
So the Tooele to Summit County connection across northern Salt Lake County is interesting.
Oh, I think this is the map. Why that made me question. I was like, I don't know. I've heard this discussion yet. It's the little bow tie district is what I was calling it yesterday.
Oh,
The bow
okay.
tie.
There we go.
Like that.
Or maybe I should be supportive.
This is Rex's favorite.
At least one group on Twitter for our last meeting posted a bow tie gift.
Yeah,
Just for you.
I saw that.
What was it?
Somebody
Better,
posted a Doctor Who bow tie gift.
yeah.
Let me see.
I'm sure, I think our official Twitter was tagged as well, so I'll see if I can't pull it up. Oh, here it is.
There we go.
Just for our chair.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
And then they had to send out another tweet to explain it, just to make sure that people understood.
That's great. Love it. Well, so I guess for me, again, it's this big expanse right here in District 4.
Mhm.
And then, oh, could you go down, sorry, the bottom of 3, put Provo in for me, please.
It does Provo have a split?
No, I don't think it does. Oh, it does,
Actually, yeah,
it does.
It just-
Oh,
it's kinda
6,000
the-
and 108,000.
That entrance to Provo Canyon,
Yeah. it's,
again,
Yeah, so it does have
neighborhood.
a,
yeah.
okay, so it does have a split right now. And, so you
Wonder how that
have,
follows the neighborhoods.
yeah, so I'm curious to know that, if we could look at that, and then just so essentially Provo then is with this whole,
Yeah,
I'm not sure that's great for Provo.
although it's, I think, yeah, our purple map is a.
We have
reference.
Provo with that,
I think Provo is.
But it doesn't quite go up into.
But it doesn't go up to
the
that.
base,
Right.
Yeah.
exactly.
And I can't remember if you have Provo or do you have Provo Orem?
We have Provo Orem.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, as a Provo person, I'm like, that makes me a little happier.
And I haven't seen people making sure to capture that little piece of tribal lands.
Is that one thing that we need to fix on one of our maps? Is
Well,
our
there was-
school board? No. that wasn't
there
school
was
board, it was
one
our
map.
house
I
map.
was gonna say, I think your house takes the Moab, the Grand County consideration, but
But it
not the
didn't
the
take
two.
that
Yeah.
yet, so we need to fix that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anything else on this
anything
congressional map?
else? So yeah, so I guess that's one of my biggest concerns, the holiday split. I guess I would try to fix that somehow.
Yeah.
But again, it's interesting that a lot of these maps have had these compact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it. I already had that sense, but I'm getting a sense from looking at the public maps that they really do value at least some compact districts.
Yeah.
In the
Definitely.
urban areas.
Mhm. Okay.
And looking through some more, I know there's at least one or two that do look a little more like the current boundaries. At least one of them we didn't print,
Okay.
just based on some conversations
Yeah.
that have been around.
So BDK. Do you have any interest in pursuing this one? I don't know.
No, their deviations are not too bad. But this looks very similar to the current map
And a lot of city splits.
and a fair number of city splits.
Okay, look at that. Look at that Salt Lake City split. 4.
Oh, yeah.
4 people in Salt Lake
I
City.
think we could fix that.
Mhm.
Just like it seems like you ought to be able to fix the 277 in Pleasant
Pleasant
Grove.
Grove. The 18 in Highland. 30 in
Oh,
American.
I saw 18 and I assumed that was Park City. Oh, it's Highland. Yeah, we ought to be
Yeah.
able to fix that.
Just a few of those.
And
So-
American Fork to 30.
Mhm.
So Rich County split, that seems,
That seems odd. Yeah.
Oh, here it
right
is.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
How many people is that?
How many?
Well, there are
Because-
only 2,400 or
Right.
2,500
I
people
was
in
gonna say,
Rich
without
County.
knowing Rich County too well, I
So they
can,
took 349 for 3.
oh, because they took Bear Lake, they took Garden City and not
Interesting.
that is interesting.
So the Utah County is split 3 ways. So instead of Salt Lake being split 3 ways, Utah County is split 3 ways.
Oh, this is very,
And that 1,000.
our Eagle Mountain or Lehigh split into, I guess they're probably both.
Yeah,
Eagle
Eagle
Mountain
Mountain is
split.
split.
5,000 and
Lehigh split.
38,000. Lehigh 50 and 25.
Oh, the District 3 portion of Utah County seems avoidable to me, perhaps.
Largely, yeah.
How many? I guess. Oh yeah, it probably does say, right? How many people in Utah County are District 3 on this map?
1,000.
Very interesting.
So especially if you're going to have, the split between 2 and 4 there, you ought to be able to figure out a way to
Right.
wrap
Well,
that 1,000.
And 2 and 3 here, even
Yeah.
you can adjust just between without even touching District 1.
Yeah.
Hey,
One or two more congressional, I think. This is
One of
short.
Mr. Hepworth's.
the compact, the Hepworth compact congressional map.
Yes. So
Okay,
this has
yeah,
your,
Yeah,
And while I'm pulling this one up, I can also point out he had, I think he presented 1 or 2. He had 1 or 2 that they were focusing on competitive. We felt like that may be a little too,
I would not be supportive of
Partisan.
a competitive.
yeah.
wait, what, I'm sorry. Can you go back to that really quickly?
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry.
When we just felt like from the name alone, we're like, this may be a kind of not quite discussed.
Because there's a partisan element in the development of that map in order to be competitive, I don't want to consider it.
Right.
Now, I'm not opposed to a map being competitive, but I don't want that to be a driving philosophy behind creating the map.
But we are on compact then.
Yes.
Has 0 population deviation, isn't it?
Yes, that is
Alright.
correct. That's
And then what are
impressive.
the splits here?
Splits, Davis, Salt Lake, and Utah are split. North Salt Lake, Orem, Park City, and St. So the Park City split is,
We know about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
So
large is the Orem split? Fairly
Uh,
substantial. it looks like.
71 to 26.
1,000.
It's right here, largely along.
Can you turn on the? Okay.
Oh, yes.
Picking up that was 24 people on the other side of 800 in North feels a bit odd.
Right.
But,
A casualty of
But-
the deviation.
but to get to 0, you
I
have to
know.
do a couple of odd things.
Exactly.
You know,
That's very impressive. And to have so few city splits.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. I have to say. And I think, up here, like, apart from this piece down here,
Uh-huh.
I think D1 and D4, those are nice size districts, although, let's see, so we have both Orem and Provo, or both Orem and Provo and D3.
The vast majority of Orem and then
So
all of
Orem is
Provo.
split, though, yeah.
Is,
And Provo is entirely in D3.
and Vineyard isn't split then?
Vineyard is
No.
not split.
So I think Vineyard is in a different district from most of Orem, but they're still part of Orem with Vineyard.
So that's Vineyard.
I mean, small, it's right there with the Orem.
But, so District 4
Hello,
is essentially be very rapidly grow. So that will be a very rapidly growing district.
Yes.
Because it's got all of the.
How are you?
Yeah, Point of the Mountain,
Uh,
Riverton, Draper.
Race, I'm not sure if you guys remember from Park City, when we had our public hearing in Hebert. He turned some communities of interest from Latinos in Action and the Rotary
Oh,
Club.
that's great.
And I just printed, I believe, the most helpful ones. They circle their communities of interest. I don't, anyway, just wanted to read it.
Yes.
Think about it. I was gonna ask you, Monday we have a public hearing,
Yes.
and I was gonna ask.
I'll start the video, it'll stop though. Oh, I won't even start now, that's fine.
So for some reason, our video stream, so they can't watch our.
So they can see our
Smiley.
screen, just not our faces.
Just
Yes.
not our
Well, and I'm
smiley
okay
faces.
with that.
They should know
Technically
them,
troubling.
but nothing but smiles during the discussion.
Yeah, now that we're not having lunch, we'll just dig into it.
More of these.
Yeah, so like you were saying, District 4 it's all of Saratoga, Eagle Mountain, Riverton, Harriman.
And I'm not troubled by that.
I'm not either.
I mean, it makes that district have very similar interest in the rapid urban growth.
Mhm. Mhm. And how do we feel about north of Orem? So we have Lehigh, all those areas. In D4.
Yeah, that keeps Silicon Slopes all together.
And then none of those Utah County cities get split right there, but Sandy gets split is where that. Okay. Anything else in this one?
I think not for me, but I think this is a very impressive effort. honestly.
Compact.
This is also
This is,
story.
Yes. Also at zero deviation. He took our zero deviation to heart.
We know he's been following our meetings, so
Yes.
he's up to date on the discussion. Mixed compact.
Salt Lake is in 3. Harriman split north, West Valley or
This is Utah County as whole. This one it looks like.
yes.
So is it just Salt Lake?
Stampede is not. So he must have called our Stampede.
Oh. So Sanpete was a buckle.
Yeah.
Although now I'm curious if he. If this,
So my guess is that's the
And
school
Santa
board line.
Clara-
right, because that is,
Look
that
at
is,
Santa Quinn, guys.
Oh, the
That
15,
right, it's that same,
Yeah.
Is it the same issue?
it's that same border, yeah,
Okay.
this block, right?
Oh, so that was the same one on our,
And I am very, if you want to check just real quick for my own curiosity, if you did use that school district boundary, because I remember the CMP meeting, they said, if
you're
you
gonna
gotta do it,
Yeah,
use that one.
it looks like it.
Stop
Yeah.
counties there.
Right? What are the Salt Lake County numbers like?
So Salt Lake County, you've got,
762 to 422.
Oh.
Salt Lake County, is that what you're asking? Oh, sorry, I must have put the wrong one. I put the wrong one, sorry.
yeah, so you've got 670, 2,001, 76,000, well, in District 2, that was 672, 76,000 in District 3, 436,000, almost 437 in District 4.
So a solid majority is in District 2. District 4 is pretty close to 50-50,
So District 2 goes out to the basin.
and then stops just short of Grand.
So part of the problem for the basin is, on the one hand, they said they didn't want to be with Salt Lake, but where are you going to put them?
Yeah,
You can put them up with Weaver Davis.
And the population kind of grows too high to include Box Elder, right?
No. Purple, we did it. But the basin up with Weaver and Davis.
Mhm.
So it's really the
Yes,
The Salt Lake amount, yeah, because then you get to wrap around more if you
refer
don't.
to the perfect,
Of course,
Then-
the standard template map at this point, right?
yes,
The point of all comparisons.
exactly. Yeah, I'm just not.
But this seems like one that Rob could be interested in.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I've seen at least one comment from Stuart mentioning he made some efforts to do some urban rural. And
Yeah,
even the district that's majority Salt Lake County. That's kind of why they pick up the Una Basin, I think.
Yeah.
And if you'll zoom in on Salt Lake County on the northern edge, it does go in over to Park City, so we're taking that into account. So, and then you have these areas that are growing quickly, Midway.
I don't think this is an inherently bad map.
One or two more?
Yeah. What's that? Just two more.
One of those missing analysis numbers, I seem to recall maybe last night. In one of them.
No.
Okay, excellent. Oh, I think they're on the same page. I think that's
Yeah,
where
they're on
I.
the same page. Okay. So
We
UW,
may have figured that you would mind the least. If you had an extra staple. Not that anyone would mind too much, but that was a conscious decision. UW.
that District 3 is a very large district. It goes all the way up into
But we've seen a lot of these.
Morgan. That was Morgan split. Yeah, we have some more.
It kind of looks like Morgan might be.
I think
No, Morgan's.
that's Morgan Hole. That's
Morgan's full.
that's the Summit Morgan boundary
Okay.
Yeah.
and the Ridge.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep going, Bo, or do you want to switch?
Oh, up to you.
It's going to.
I'm doing great, but if you are super bored of typing, I'll switch.
Just, I guess, you want to switch off, just let me know.
Okay. I didn't seem to you. Okay.
So Davis is split.
It looks like just is that just North Salt Lake and not,
North Salt Lake.
North
yeah.
Salt Lake is
Mhm.
the only city split.
Salt Lake split only once.
It's a pretty even split.
And where's Salt Lake split?
so the North Salt Lake split is, largely along I-15 and Salt Lake City.
Yeah, if you'll just go to south of West Valley. Let's see
Oh,
where it's
okay.
split there. So at West Jordan then?
Yeah, so I
So,
think,
yeah,
Okay.
West Jordan, although the West Jordan split has a 0 block, so that's, so the really only split in Salt Lake County is Midvale. But somewhere in West Jordan, there's a 0 block.
Mhm.
and Midvale,
And,
largely following center.
and so they're using, so where they touch is at Midvale and
So that's the city boundary there.
West Jordan.
So city boundaries are followed here.
Mhm.
Midvale is split. So southern Midvale goes with West Jordan. Northern Midvale goes with Salt Lake City and Cottonwood Heights.
And all this have that front city piece.
Yeah.
We have 0 blocks in Provo, West Jordan.
And Sandy's not split.
Wow.
Can be a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Pretty good deviations.
Mhm.
Now, show us Summit. Looks like it's split there on Highway 40, maybe.
It's only 40.
Yeah, but they do go across and pick up that area across that we heard people saying they wanted to have it with Park City.
And where's that?
Largely.
Let's see. Up
Right.
there?
Well, no, largely right here. So they keep this with Park City. We heard that.
I thought Colesville was further south than it is.
Oh, up here, yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So-
this is promontory. And those are
Yeah.
So
up
all the
here.
areas
Yeah,
outside of Park City.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're correct.
I forgot to check if they have any sort of description.
Starting with blank map, minimize split counties and cities.
I wonder if that
See
means
the
they,
comments from more.
I wonder if that means they email us a comment. I'll try to see if I can find out real quick. Oh, Joey doesn't have. All right, we will look into see if there's an email comment. I wonder if that's what that means. Is there anything else as far as the geography numbers we want to look at?
Did you show us where the Oregon split was?
We have not looked for it.
What's that?
400 north. It's not as good as 800 north, but yeah, their deviations are
Very good.
-4 to 4, so that's a population-driven decision. And I like that it's a nice straight line, though.
I do too.
You know, so I mean, it's easily describable.
I do think looking like it seems to mostly avoid like schools and things even. Like there's not, we're not up here anywhere.
Mhm.
Just go all the way across the city.
So it's not an unreasonable split.
No.
And then that's Provo is Holden,
With the exception of the 0 block.
and then south of Provo is a district.
Out in the basin. Eastern Suffolk County.
So that's a big part of Provo.
All of Provo.
All of Provo.
Yeah.
So most of Orem, all of Provo.
All of Provo except for some zero block. Oh, I bet it's
One of these.
probably one
Oh,
of
yeah.
these. is
Yeah.
my guess. Yeah, it's the state park.
Okay, so I'll Provo.
Oh, no.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Zero block.
Not too
These are
bad.
numbers.
Okay,
All right. Last one is the MR public address.
This is probably Malcolm Reed's then.
This is similar to the last one in that it's a donut. And a very different donut from the,
MR.
yes. That's it.
okay, just two counties, Carbon and Salt Lake.
Oh, and I think we looked at this Carbon County split yesterday, and I do.
There's that Santa Cruz.
Really?
piece.
Wow.
I've managed to answer the question I texted you about. I don't know if you saw.
I did not get a text.
There's the one person in West Valley that's out.
And I know Jody and I were looking at it. The Carbon County split does divide Price and Helper, which seemed interesting to me. Is the word I'll use. Joey, do you want us to pause and tell us something?
I just have that Sevier County thing
Okay.
Oh yeah.
ready. You guys don't need to do it now.
Okay, well, it'll take us just a couple of minutes. So that's this piece here.
Yeah.
Okay, so helpers out. Price is in.
West Jordan, there are 44.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's look at that.
that would seem like a fixable issue.
Especially the
Yeah.
deviations.
The 44 are in District 2.
Yes.
This is West Jordan. This is split, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yes.
Maybe they. Well, I can't find it.
No, I can't see it either.
I wonder if that's, do you know if we used the UGIRC in doing this analysis?
I think we did. Like I said,
So
I
that
had
could
some
be-
discussions about that. So maybe a block has moved or a technical hiccup. But at least the tool doesn't seem to think there's any part of West Jordan in District 2.
Maybe what there is. So Carbon,
So that's the price is in, the helper and
Yeah, so Price
Wellington around.
with Provo, the rest of Carbon, well, not the rest of Carbon, but a lot of the other places on the map.
How many people are in helper?
Not very many, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I know there aren't very many. 'Cause,
enough that you probably gotta think about where else you can
Yeah.
find it. Joey, are we, house map is where we're gonna be looking for? Is there any other areas we'd like to look at this map?
Okay.
Yeah, not for me.
And that's all the public submissions?
That is all the public submissions.
We've made it through congressional.
Did you want to go back to our purpose?
Uh,
Do we want to do that?
Well, we've got Joey here with a couple of
Okay,
technical
oh, yeah, yeah.
fixes on
Let's do
the
that.
house map.
H22, okay.
And I'll let you drive from there and I'll go stretch my legs for like 2 minutes.
No, you're not moving off.
This set, where's a good place to set this? Just so you guys can see.
I'll be right back.
So that purple line is your current district split and the yellow line are their precincts. So they've asked if you can move that line down and move this line down.
Okay, so
Like
we're
that.
on Purple House.
Yes. Not doable, it's not doable.
Did we finish doing our tweaks the other day? That's-
Let's check first, go over to Tula, if you could. Down the south west corner,
Of the city?
no, of the state, or
Oh, the
the
county.
county. Yeah, we didn't fix the tribal lanes here.
And had we finished cash?
Oh, that's right. That was on the,
I think Lyle came in. Gave us some information.
yes.
Oh, but you guys don't need to fix the tribal lands. Good, you have.
Oh, tribal lands here is in June.
Oh,
Okay,
good, okay.
okay,
Thank
I
you.
don't know if you, I need to look, see if you fix that one. or not.
okay.
Okay, so that's what we were concerned about.
So. Will you see if there's a map that we've worked on after this one? Because we were working on some stuff up in Cache County. We don't remember if we got it all finished.
On which, and you don't know which map?
It was a purple map,
She did be
a
concerned.
purple house map.
She did be concerned this orange H3 has other pages.
Those splits.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, it's concerning to me.
Let's see. Okay, so over 4 pages of city splits.
Yeah, that's concerning to me.
Okay, so you guys
There's
haven't,
one.
the last thing you worked on was this map on the 18th, so 2 days ago. Other than that, you haven't touched anything since the 14th.
Okay, so that's the one that we're looking at right now,
Correct.
2-3?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we just go up? Do we have any unassigned? No.
No.
Okay. So I think that means that we got it fixed. So can you go up to Cache County?
Yeah.
Let's look at it. real quick. Oh, wait. Well, that's not the one because we fixed that, right?
Yeah, so I think it was saved.
So, yeah, we've got another map somewhere, Joey.
A copy of this house map, just with a difference?
Uh-huh.
or-
Yes,
It would be a
yes.
different version, perhaps.
Okay,
So who was mapping?
Was it Soraya?
Soraya was mapping.
Was it Soraya? I'm trying to think. This would have been Monday. We did map yesterday.
No,
you're signing this boat right now. So let's. Okay, so you guys worked on purple HD2. Oh, you're,
yeah, that's the one we want.
okay. So, who are you working with, Soraya?
It
think
was.
so.
Okay, so it looks like she just didn't share
Okay.
that updated map, but I will.
Well, if you'll open it, I want to see, I don't remember, we don't remember if we got it all the way finished
Okay.
before we had to go.
In my
to
mind, I'm
meeting.
thinking we weren't finished.
No, yeah, because we've got 19,000 people.
Mm,
But this is, I think, the one we want to go with because it addresses the concerns that were raised by Lyle,
So,
as well as by the public.
right.
So we can go down and fix that stuff down in San Pete or Severe.
Severe.
Let's fix that.
Okay,
So we can get you.
so that purple line's your map. And so they want you to bring down District 58 a little further. Basically, it would go like this, would follow this line, and rather cutting down there, it would come and cut up like that.
I think I would be okay with that.
Yeah, because those are largely zero. So what's our deviation on 58? right
58's already over
now? By 107.
107, and you're
Okay.
gonna pick up population down there when you do it.
Yeah,
And let's see what 70 is. 70 is short. So if
so we're gonna make it a little more short.
right. So we can do it and see what that would.
Well, yeah, let's do it and see.
Okay. One thing I'm gonna do really quick, I think. So bear with me just a
Uh-huh.
minute. I'm gonna bring in the shapefile on here so we can make sure we follow the exact lines. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Did you get a new phone?
I did not because phone companies and insurance companies are a pain in the butt. But I'm gonna go back out here in a minute.
What happened to your phone, Joey?
It just stopped yesterday. I was taking a picture and it just shut down and just didn't turn back on. So that's okay. So it's life. I just want to get a new one. But they're like, oh, you have this insurance. And so I went and tried something with the insurance company and they're like, oh, you need to reset it and then bring it to Verizon because you bought it less than a year ago. And I'm just gonna buy a phone. It's not worth the hassle of. Oh, no. That's yellow. There we go. Okay, so they want to basically bring this down to there. Might be too many. Try.
So, and what is this line right here?
So that's their precinct.
So this is one precinct. So you basically
Okay.
split this precinct too.
Okay,
Oh, so they also probably want us
Yes,
to,
and then this piece.
So, yeah, so let's look at that little piece first.
That one has 0.
Okay, let's put that in there.
We could
We can live with that.
probably do that.
Onto 0. That's an easy one. And worst case scenario, you just don't want 3 separate precincts. So you now at least if you have to split this one, you have to split it.
Yeah.
So let's see. My worry is there's gonna be lots of population.
So that's 38, 43.
Yep.
What's in
Well,
here?
7. Here, I'll add it all
Plus
really quick,
26.
and you can see. Yeah, so quite a bit.
I think I'd rather stay back where we were rather than. Because, well, first of all, do we have anything that high?
I think you have stuff in the 300s, but certainly not the 400s.
Is there anything we can exchange?
Not without crossing a precinct somewhere else.
Okay.
So I mean, you might just have some kind of cross one precinct.
Yeah,
I would rather.
yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So, but we fixed the one problem.
Yes. At least now there's only 2 precincts rather than
Okay,
1. So that helps. So
And
yeah.
it has several hundred people in it,
there's that.
because there are like 500 people in that.
Right.
area.
And it's
So
not going to force them necessarily. Counties have to read precinct
Anyway.
all the time anyway, and so this is more of a, if you keep our precincts, we don't have to read precincts. Rather, it's not like it's the end of the world. They just have to make it in a
Do it
precinct.
again. Okay,
But that, at least that one was fixed.
Yeah.
So, okay, sounds good.
thank you.
And we'll turn this off.
Make sure we save it. Oh, and make sure to share it.
Oh, that's
now
right.
So that we don't forget that.
I must say, I applaud you both for consistently adding a new version number to your house map and your professional map. It's nice to give a 2-4, not
Okay,
another 2-3.
thank you guys very much.
Thanks, Shelley.
Well, I will say, Mo, that when we started doing this, we weren't sure if we were gonna want to keep 2-3.
That's right.
Or
Okay,
2-4, but
Nonetheless,
I think we want to keep 2-4. So if you go back up north to the greater Cache Valley area, we have some unassigned.
And that green, whatever that was split to, that was our side. Okay,
So where is the unassigned at? Oh, okay, so we've got it in 2 places. So District
I see.
17 right now is under by 18,000.
okay, and then we gotta figure this piece out.
Oh. Well, we may be able to add, so go back up to,
so we got 19.3. You're under by 18.9, so you'll be like 400 over if you take all the unassigned.
let's go ahead and assign all the unassigned to 17,
Okay,
and then we'll see where we need to tweak it from there.
level.
Is this is separate from the change that you were just doing?
Nope, this is on the same map as the
Mhm.
change we just did.
Right.
So I'll assign it to 17.
Showing districts target 17. Hold on, pause. And I'm going to change 17's color to not be so close to 54.
Thank you, Paul.
Especially because it's almost identical, it looks like the District 8 as well.
The nice blue, maybe.
Oh, hey.
Love it.
like
Yes,
that.
we really
No, I guess there's a little confusion there, but
Oh, yeah, let's change District 5 now.
District 5 can be great.
Yeah,
All right,
I love those bright colors. Okay, so what are we at 17 now?
so 17 now is 428 over, which I believe is not,
it's a
oh,
little,
maybe
it's
just
a
over
little
your
higher.
largest.
Oh, we have one at 497?
Where'd you use? Oh,
Is that,
The-
or it's not our St. George one?
Oh,
It's got-
no, it's
Tooele.
Tooele City.
Oh, Tooele.
Southern Utah or
Um,
Western Utah County.
So zoom in, so we're 497 over, what are we on District 2?
Is there 428, guys?
We're 161 over in District 2.
But
So what about District 68?
What's that? So 2, 161, 68,
Yeah,
392 under.
okay, so we can, let's take some out of, some out of 21, is that right?
21 is the one that's over 497.
Now, let's take some out of 21 and put it in 68.
Mhm.
Maybe let's start down here.
Well, my only,
I know there aren't a lot of people.
my main thought was Tooele County, we already have in both of these. So I don't know if you want to add anything Utah County to Tooele County.
Well, we have part of Utah County here,
Yeah, but
already here, but we don't have it
yes,
here in
so 68
I
doesn't have
see.
any Utah County yet. But if you want to, I mean, I don't think it will change a lot of decisions.
This is more rural.
Mhm.
And so I think whether it's with this area or up here with Tooele, I don't know if it makes a lot of difference. What do you think?
No, it doesn't make a lot of difference.
In some ways.
So 21,
right,
so we're going
these
to need to
folks-
jump county.
No, put it in with Juab and stuff you're saying.
Yeah,
Because your other option would be to take some of this outskirts of Tooele and put them with,
yeah, I'm thinking this area here is more like you know, the Juab
I agree.
And there's
County.
like two in the city.
Yeah,
So. Looks like Goshen is in 67.
Yeah.
Alberta.
okay, the question is, how many other people are down in here? So, yeah, Eureka's already over here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So zoom in one more.
So.
So let's start by taking everything up to the highway, you know,
Mhm.
here. And maybe
Yeah.
over to this road here.
Around it, Alberta.
Yeah.
Which I'm, in my mind, I'm thinking, have we done this before? Am I just mixing it up with another map?
Well, it might be a different map, but I do, you know, have a recollection as well.
And do we want Alberta?
Well, I
Or
don't know
not
yet.
quite
So
yet.
let's look at
Okay.
the population that we picked up. Or didn't pick up.
Right,
Yeah.
if we did.
So District
We're
68,
still 289 under.
The 289 under, which.
and what was District 2, was it? Or
21 is where we're pulling from, so
21 is,
the 21 is now 394, which is nicer than that
so
497.
let's put in Alberta,
Sure.
because it
Into,
was like 180, right?
into this one
Yeah.
right here. Yeah. I'll do that
So now you're
first.
100 under here, 21, now you are 200 over.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
I think that makes some sense.
Yeah, I think that's a nice line.
I guess we want to see if there's any people right outside Alberta, if there's like a one or
Well,
two block.
sure, go ahead and zoom in.
Good, right there. Yay, that's good.
Or maybe not.
We can pick up.
I gotta
17
say, I
people.
was expecting there to not be, and then they were there. But they may
Yeah.
belong, Alberta or Goshen, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that I worry about picking them up.
So that we like just that change and just leaving it there,
Yeah.
the heel of Utah County.
Although I am curious though.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is a nice line
Oh, there's
right there, but
that
this
road.
would just even it off so that you
Yeah.
don't have this bump of Alberta.
Oh, sure, let's do
And
that.
it's these tracks, it looks like,
Well, it's a road. Well, yeah, I don't know, but
it's some sort of man-made feature. So just like this then,
oh yeah, along the railroad tracks.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's
And then they
nice.
do wrap right, yeah.
Yeah.
The Union Pacific line.
So we're literally, yeah, putting some people on the other side of the railroad tracks.
Yeah, so you're right, these people are already across the railroad tracks.
I like
So,
that line a little better.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, and then look at our numbers, 100, and then where are we in 21?
21, we're gonna be 205. All right, I gotta
That's much better.
Okay.
make a note of these because I already wrote the description for this map, so I gotta go.
Oh.
Tweak it just a bit.
It'll be an easy. I'll just be like 68 has Alberta now, you know.
Yeah.
21, 68, and then you also looked in Sevier County.
In that way, Alberta's just not sticking up there.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so that's
Great call.
those two. And then we were looking at 17.
Yeah, so we're now 17's 428 over. And it borders what, 5?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw
tweak
that.
that into 5 immediately.
Mhm.
We just took all the unassigned. So
Yeah.
then this is,
I wonder if that's a city limit there for like Nibley or something.
yeah, that's a thing. I'm gonna take your guess at Nibley.
That's not Nibley.
And it's just a
But
block.
it's a weird shaped census block.
So, okay, so I've got to get my,
Oh, that's out.
let's
In the
do
canyon.
Wellsville let's put Wellsville in. Oh, there's Wellsville down there. And is Hiram over here?
Yeah.
This is Hiram over here, I think.
Oh, yeah, Hiram's right. That's where we split it.
Yeah.
So we'd like to lose a few people from 17 and move them into 5.
Right.
You could
So,
certainly have.
yeah, what do
14.
we have there north of Hiram?
So that one's busy.
Well, no, I'm saying.
Like right
Oh,
here.
well,
block.
these
Yeah.
little,
Let's,
we want to lose from 17 into 5.
okay, let's put
Yeah,
those
let's
into
pick up
5.
those 13 people.
And then we'll just feel much better.
And now let's go over to the right. There's another 15 people.
Oh,
Hey,
look at
there we
that.
go.
That's
And I
That's the
mean,
population
the
center
the
there.
mother load right there.
for what it's worth, this does get 17 under 400, which
Mhm.
is
Oh, we can pick up 3 more there.
Yeah.
Okay, so 17 is now
I
334.
guess it's just taking the
Yeah, let's
zero
do
over
that.
here.
Okay,
And 334 puts us more in the range of our other highs.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
So-
run a quick
yeah,
check.
let's see what- Remember when we first saw
Oh.
those come up, all green, we're just like, oh, so exciting.
I say we put that in 17.
I would too.
Just gonna add all
All
the other
kinds of
sides.
So that goes to 5.
Five as well.
Yep. Is that the lake? Did they?
Yeah, it looks like, but this is the land that's in the 5 half already.
Yeah, I say let's put that in 5. That work for you, Karen?
Yes, it does.
Okay, no, that's definitely 5.
That's island. Or I would
Yeah.
imagine, and not what.
Oh, that's gonna be a split.
Five.
Yep.
Excellent.
Okay. Let's just see.
Now
those.
we gotta let it. We gotta.
Love that. Come on.
Right.
Green check.
That took too long.
I know.
Okay.
So where did all that unassigned? What areas did you unassign to get like that part we just put into 17? Or was this?
So
just-
what we did is we essentially unassigned all of Box Elder, all of Cash, and all of Morgan. We then reassembled them,
So we had to turn them around.
Okay.
to try and make sense of some of the comments that we got in Logan, as well as some feedback we got from Commissioner Hilliard.
So was that this week then?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, we did
It
that
was
on Monday.
feedback on Saturday and then talking to Lyle on Monday.
Like I said, I wrote all the descriptions for this map too
Oh, I'm
early.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I knew this would happen. It was a question of, do I want to go back and fix it, or do I want to do all of them next week? And this was the preference.
That District 17 is sure big.
Yeah, but it's, largely rural.
And it's smaller than its neighbors.
That's true. Okay, so maybe just look at these numbers too. So we have that 334 and 17. Is that our largest?
I want to say,
322.
that I thought that Springville district 65, I thought 65 might be.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, 63. Wow, what's up with that? Oh, it's a
Oh.
compact.
Oh, did we call that something?
It's the,
We had a name for that.
it's
You
the
had-
Thor
hammer,
hammer?
yeah.
Okay, so what can we
So,
do there?
yeah,
So let's not-
And this one, I
Oh, that's
want,
Provo.
right, and this largely was the one
Oh,
that
that-
followed the neighborhood.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
okay, we
This
recall.
was,
So we
this is
wanted to
the
keep it
BYU
university.
student district.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I think we stick with, I think we've got a good argument
I do too.
for why.
It was this, remember how populous this
Yep.
just was right here?
Yeah, I mean, you start taking a block, and almost no matter what block you took.
Yeah.
That alone, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So we were really utilizing the
The
neighborhood
neighborhood
maps.
Really
on this
well
one,
Yeah.
on this part of the map, yeah.
Which was, I think, very helpful
Yeah,
for us. But that is high, but I think we can justify that right now.
yep.
Or low, very low, I guess.
And I gotta see if I can pull the maps up. If you were very concerned, I mean, you know, you can pull from this neighborhood, but I'm inclined to agree. I think it's a strong argument.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when we looked at the neighborhood
They were
maps,
already clean on the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we
Okay.
felt pretty comfortable. with
do we have a
this.
shapefile of Provo's neighborhoods?
I thought I had one that I turned on, right? But it was, I wonder if this is the same computer. That's always my issue. I'm like, I know I have one downloaded on my laptop. Here. I can take just a minute and see if I can find them again, just to be sure.
I think the neighborhood argument works. well.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay, so that's our highest one for sure.
Go 355 and 66. And 309.
So 66 at Spanish Fork. Is that completely the boundaries of Spanish Fork?
I thought it was Spanish Fork and then a couple of the unincorporated just between Spanish Fork and Salem.
Oh, 65 and 66 are both under.
Yeah, and
So
that-
we couldn't pull from 65.
I think that was the one, because this was originally the buckle, so 64, 65,
Yeah,
66,
so,
we were
yeah,
kind
so,
of
well,
distributing that.
yeah, because they're all under 64, 65, 66, 67 are all under. So that was our problem. Spanish Fork buckles.
Which is great. They love the belt buckles down
That's
there.
right. Call that the rodeo buckle.
322.
District 22.
I think this,
Now, compact 31 is 30, 38.
No, Route 38 is a tiny district, isn't it?
And I think this is Salt Lake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Follow cities very well. Those are the larger deviations. 17 or just
Yeah, I'm okay with these numbers. How about you, Rex?
Yeah, I am too.
I mean, would I like them to be?
Smaller, sure,
Yes.
but I think to a large extent, try to follow your communities of interest as well as the cities.
those are just the deviations.
So these are our county splits. So there aren't any county splits that are really tiny. Oh, no, there's Alpine. Oh, yeah, we can fix this.
Alpine, 2 people.
So
Yeah.
are you looking at 2-3, 2.3? So,
Yes, because that's the closest that we have to -4.
Oh, here are the 2 people.
But those, oh,
We just want to put them with 27 probably. So 27.
oh,
has
that's
that.
Alpine.
Sorry, yeah.
Yes,
I
yeah.
zoomed in very quickly. This is Alpine.
Yes, so move the people from 51 to
Mhm.
27. Yes,
mhm.
So that's one fewer city slate. Cross it off.
okay. American Fork, District 27,
How many people?
there are 125. Okay, that's up at the north.
Oh, they're in 27.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah, 27.
5.
So how many people do we have in 56? Or,
27's got some wiggle room. And 56. It'll
Yeah.
it'll take 56 100 over and 27 100 under.
I say we take the
Fix it,
125
I
out,
agree,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So American Fork, I think
Yeah, I think we're okay then.
so that's 3. Left down.
How many people?
I think we're
6,000.
okay there.
Oh, okay.
Grantsville though, we're at 55,
Now let's look at Grantsville.
21 and 68.
So District
68.
21.
68 is under. 21 is over.
Okay.
Okay, so let's take 55 people out of,
Mhm.
oh, you know what, this must be one of the shape files, because I bet it's that one over there on the right.
Which one?
That one right there that says 55.
Oh.
So can we turn on the
Yes.
GRC municipal?
Should be still.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, but let's pick up that block that
That
has the
55.
55,
And put that into 68.
and then maybe that 0 right below it as well.
Mhm.
this one right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Okay. 21 to 68, so 68 is 45 under.
21. is 150.
an improvement.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was Grant.
Kaysville has 18 in District 16, 16 and 18.
So 16 is 10 over, 18 is 200 under.
So we
But
can take
this is gonna be 18 people.
18 out of 16.
So 16. So there's 18 people in Kaysville and 16.
Yes.
I bet yep, it's this block right here
There we go. So let's move that.
into 15.
Mhm.
Yep. Oh, let's get through zeros, yeah. Maybe those.
Two right
those
there.
as well, yeah.
And then are you okay with the 270 in North Logan?
Probably, but let's look at it. Oh, no, so
Did we just fix that?
yeah, we
Okay, yeah, we just,
we
okay.
completely.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So,
Okay, so let's go to Pleasant Grove then, in 59. We have 7 people.
Oh,
In 59. Oh, here they are. Oh, well,
no, that's a zero, but.
There they
Oh,
are,
but
7
here they are
people
still.
there.
So let's grab both of those.
Okay, then we go to Roy. Sorry, what should you say the lower down there?
Well, I don't know that it matters much. Let's just do Roy.
Let's do Roy. Okay, 27 in District 29.
Twenty-seven.
There, they right
Oh,
there.
that's, yeah, it's,
Right.
yep, that one right there.
yeah, so they would need to go
Uh,
into 9
Into
Yes.
9, I think, yeah.
from 29.
Mhm.
yes.
Okay,
And just out of curiosity, what city's next to Roy here? Is that a city boundary? Is it part of Hoover?
Yes,
Okay.
this boundary always cracks me up. So they,
I know.
And
it's-
they go
it's
out
funny.
to the lake?
Okay, let's go next to
Okay.
Salem
Yeah, the lake,
in
yeah.
District 66,
how many people do we got?
21 and 66.
Ah, so something,
Oh, there it is, right there, probably. Oh. A whole bunch of weird lines there.
right, Salem and Spanish Fork have not decided on this boundary, it appears. If this is a 3, I mean, how
So
many?
six, so we're looking for 21.
People
So
in
probably not.
66.
Probably not that collection of people. Oh, it,
So it's not that,
I
it
mean-
would be that.
probably not.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
Oh,
31.
But see, yeah, that's 31.
maybe this is
17.
17 and this 4.
4,
Oh,
yeah,
I bet
yeah,
that's
let's do
it.
that.
Change districts. Yeah, because those seem to be certainly within the lines.
Okay,
And I know the software will take blocks very literally.
yeah.
All right, next is Santa Quin, 15 and 68. Is
Oh,
that
that's the
one that we-
people that
That's
are
the
over
county
the county
line.
line. So let's at least look at it to make sure
That's
we
what it
understand
is.
what it is.
I don't know why that.
So it's, yeah, that 15 people there, I think that makes some sense to keep it there until we hear differently from the clerks.
Yeah.
House looks larger,
Yes.
pretty intentional looking.
Yep.
All right, so. hopefully
And we only
get
have-
through-
We only have a page and 3/4 of the city splits.
And I guess while we're here, like I said, we didn't include the 0 splits. I could need to ask too. I don't know the answer. Maybe we should talk to Gordon too, but I don't know, like, would you feel comfortable with, staff looking for 0 splits?
I would be very comfortable staff looking for 0 splits. That seems to be a very mechanical
Yeah,
kind
I
of.
trust
That's,
us.
that's,
I'm very trusting.
okay. Then maybe we'll take care of some of those too, even while we write descriptions.
Yeah.
Just move them when we send.
Yeah. Replacing full confidence.
All right, I promise if it's a weird one, I'll immediately call you,
Yeah.
Be like emergency.
Did
Who
you get
gets
to
the
be
0?
somewhere
No.
3? Okay.
So
All
let me.
right, should we go look at our purple then? Our
Yeah, let's go
CD?
to our.
Okay, no, anything more on, we do have some house districts to go through. I did just because of the 5 pages of city splits on that one, on orange. that just is an automatic mix for me.
Yeah.
That was Orange HD3.
Okay. Oh, that's, if you remember, Lyle and Bill said they were gonna look at their house maps and decide which one of them
Oh, they're
they
going to,
wanted
that's right.
to advance. But I'm with you.
All right, sorry, stop listening for me. What should I pull up?
Should we do our
The commercial?
Yeah.
Let's go to-
Purple.
Purple.
It starts with P, purple and perfect.
Purple.
Okay, I guess you should.
At least not until after tomorrow, right?
We'll try to contain ourselves.
That's all right. All one people on YouTube can, join in.
All right, so let's first go to Fairfield,
Yes, Fairfield.
because
There's one person, if I
Yeah.
remember right, when we made those packets yesterday.
yeah,
District 3.
Here they are. Do we just want all of
yes,
Fairfield with 4 then?
yes.
Okay, so we need to find one to go back into.
Because that just threw 2 districts off.
Yeah, it did.
Look at that. There they are.
You know what, I would say let's
Go
take
to
those
the,
other blocks right there.
Mhm, yeah, that makes it look.
and have it kind of squared off.
Yeah,
I like the look of that district. That's a very
Yeah.
nicely shaped district. That's a
Oh,
fun
oh,
slot,
that's
yeah.
a funny block, yeah,
Not our fault.
that is not us.
Okay, any chances for, I'm just looking for one.
Oh, Joey did say somewhere along the,
On the other side, is there something?
I want to say I heard about this magical one that Joey
yeah,
found.
Joey found a 1 somewhere, but I think it was over in District 1.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I could. All right, just for fun, really quick. I think I could say. All right, well, now I can't remember. Somehow, oh, here it is. I could say if it's green, if it's 1,
Make it white, maybe? Oh,
equal interval. Oh, okay. All right, almost in the middle of this. Don't. Oh, now it's just showing all the zeros. All right, never mind. It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
But we can skirt around the edge and see if we see
Yeah,
one.
come on. Come on.
So we need
What you
one.
got?
Oh, we need 1 out of 4.
yeah,
I'm
1
Yeah.
out of
looking
4
I'm
and
looking at
into
the wrong
3.
color.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice if there's just one right there?
I think it's 0, but I don't know. Huh.
Oh, that was a connected block. See those
Yeah,
lines?
Yeah,
They-
it follows this road, or not this road. It comes
Oh,
out.
Holy
interesting.
cow.
Look at that.
What a strange census
Mhm.
block.
There's 4 people on the
Oh, we
lake
just
and not
needed- we
1
just
person.
needed that to be the one right there.
Oh, this is my least favorite lake walk.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
makes every district look weird.
Uh-huh.
But it is 0. Well. The caveat, power out is here.
31.
All right. It seems unlikely unless there's somebody right up here.
Yeah, is there one?
That's,
Yeah, that's
that's,
the
that's
one-
what we took, and that's what we
Oh,
put
that's
back.
what we
Yeah.
got.
That's in Fairfield again.
Darn. All right, well, let's,
We need a hermit, but we're not finding one.
And we can, one per, you know, we always joke we can't convince the whole city, to move, but one person, we might be able to convince.
Okay, now let's leave that for now.
okay. All right, so then we go to Fruit Heights,
Yeah,
How many people are there?
47 in District 2.
And I'm wondering if this is also I think this is a boundaries, not a green kind of thing. Oh, darn it.
You still got one. Do there.
Oh, thank you. I got triple checking on the. All right, so 47 in
Mhm.
District 2.
It is in District 2.
All right, well, it's not there.
Right there. That's it.
Yeah. Should we grab them? Well,
Only.
I forgot that this is a lot. This is a much larger question than it was in the House map.
So,
Okay, what's around there that we can?
so if we put 47 into District 1, we then have to take 47 out of District 1 and hopefully back into 42.
For what it's worth, I do think, if I remember right, we have some unincorporated above Kaysville.
So
Is that right?
is Kaysville the one that split?
I believe Kaysville is the one that split
Yeah.
as well.
So maybe we can find 47 in Kaysville.
So should we put that 47 back first?
Yeah, let's put the 47 back first, and then we know for sure what we're.
Right.
And now you have to find it again.
I know I should have taken it while I was there. They're there.
Let's go to 1. This is gonna hurt. This is really going to
Double digits.
hurt. Ouch. Okay, so we need 47 out of 1.
Out of 1 into 2.
Okay,
Okay, we don't want to take it out of,
so where did you say some unincorporated was?
I believe this.
so there's that
Like these-
52.
Yeah, there's 51 right
Well-
there.
Oh, yeah,
I believe they're, what's above Kaysville? Is that Farmington or no?
so we,
Late.
but, we need it out of 1 into 2. So out of green
Oh,
into
Oh, out
purple.
of green.
Yeah.
Out
Oh,
of green.
37.
Does that go with somebody?
that's in Kaysville, but we have part of Kaysville. We have a
Yeah.
decent part of Kaysville.
Okay, well, that,
Yeah, we can put that 37.
was.
How do you think that works for precinct? So this is Kaysville, this is Kaysville, this isn't Kaysville. So it's connected to this district through unincorporated. Can they be in the same precinct?
Is this unincorporated up here as well or not?
Yes.
I believe it is, yes.
And maybe we're better off taking that
Yeah.
52
Makes
instead of the
me nervous
37.
there, Yeah.
I guess we can.
Oh, there's 50, or is that 60? That's 60. Let's take the 52. It still puts us
Really
5 over.
We find a five
Yeah,
in
can we
there.
find a five? Out of
Out of
Two.
two into one.
into
Out
one.
of two, the one. So.
That's a-
Five.
That's a six.
Yeah, we could do that. Oh, whatever.
So we add this back to one.
Well, I don't know if that splits, what is this,
And what,
if it's industrial, then I'd be okay doing that.
it looks kind of
Looks
industrial,
like it.
doesn't it?
Well, it's six people too, so like, you can only be so many, right? Or, like, there can only be so many houses. I mean, it looks pretty, not houses.
Yeah, that's pretty industrial.
I would feel okay about
Okay.
doing that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, so then maybe, I don't know. I guess that could be just differential privacy too. So
Out of two into one.
Well, Rex,
Well, it's the tightest of any of the other groups. Not perfect anymore.
but very close.
But we have fixed the
Right,
problem.
for the sake of Fruit Heights.
Yes, we wouldn't want anybody in Fruit Heights to feel left out. So I feel better about that.
Yes.
I would love just to.
The only other one to look at, well, yeah, can we find a one?
Hey, I could, you know,
So we need to find one out of District 1
it has to
and one
be,
out of District 4.
and it needs to
Well, it
be,
could go into 2 or 3.
sure,
Mhm.
but it needs to
Yeah.
be, at least in this district, it needs to be along Kays, or within Kaysville, we don't want to split another city. So no one lives in the park.
Lines are pretty good.
You followed cities too well. All right, now I'm confused what Kaysville
Okay,
is.
District 4, let's look at District 4. So let's see if there's a line that we can take out.
Oh, 'cause now we could do 4 into 3 now. I know that's what we looked at before.
If we could do a 4 into. we'd have to go into
Well, we could do a
two,
1
4
into 3. But again, we're crossing county boundaries at
For
that
one
point.
Yeah.
person.
No, which I'm not sure we want to do.
I think your ones are very defensible.
Well, of course they are.
Yeah, it's not worth crossing over.
Yeah.
Although, I go a little down here, is there a one that we can take?
This is
from
where we looked before, but
Oh,
I was-
yeah.
4 into 3?
we hadn't
okay.
looked in this part of the canyon.
From 4 into 3.
Any chance?
8s
that
and 14s.
Is it 2, 6?
Oh, there's a
Wait.
1, but.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm not willing to take that
No, I'm
one.
not either.
One of the people who live up on
Okay,
Okay, let's go
Sundance.
with it.
It's one thing out in the, the rural area where you know that people are widely dispersed.
Okay.
The idea of one person in
Remember,
Sundance
we
having
did
a
take
different
that out, we
congressman
decided
than
to go
everyone
with
else.
that.
Yes, yes,
Okay, well, I think we might have to be happy with this. What do you
yeah,
think?
I agree.
And I still am very happy with that.
Well, we just fixed, 2 of the issues. And the only other one we have, can you show me Murray?
How many people is it?
There are
197.
197.
That are in 4.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, this looks like another one that may not be. Where?
I can't believe we would knowing we do that.
Yeah. Yeah, they on the interstate exchange.
Well, like I wonder if it was like,
Well, if we were to do it and it was on this
Yeah,
side
I
of
wouldn't say we're
215, I could understand that.
Uh-huh.
That would at least be defensible. But I'm not seeing that.
I wonder if this is something stacking up very
Not so much.
I mean, there can't possibly be 197 people in that block.
They're in District 4,
They should be in District
and they should be in District 2.
2. I'm just not seeing any major discrepancies in this municipal boundary. The only one is this, but this is 204 and not.
Yeah. And I'd rather keep them,
On the outside of the,
yeah. Plus it says they're in Midvale anyway.
So I guess this one, I haven't checked this.
That's down at Cottonwood Heights.
what home's that number up there? Just, right,
The 0.
away.
I think this,
Yeah, that little,
the boundaries definitely don't match up with the block here.
No.
So I guess we could check with Cassidy. If I
I wouldn't
imagine
mind checking with
if
her.
we go with her, we could find the block number and then get it.
Mhm.
so we can search by block number.
I mean, I don't think easily, but I think it's. I shouldn't say anything. Cassidy has the technical, and I follow along. Not going to overpromise.
So, again, I'm still very happy with our map.
I am too.
We made these few technical adjustments.
Anything else you wanted to look over in this map?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It can still be the perfect map, even with one.
Well, because you look at the orange map, look, they've got, -1, -6, +7.
Yeah, there was nothing
Oh, yeah.
since you have.
Oh, so we have 66 people in Duab that are split.
But is this reservation land that
Oh,
you?
yes, it
Oh,
is.
yeah, okay.
Yes, it is.
All right, then we're okay with that. We felt good about that.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess we could look for one more place for the one. We could look on this
Let
summit
me zoom in
boundary.
right there. There's a little green box here that needs to,
No, it follows.
oh, there's an 8 and a 21.
And I
So-
think that's outside the Colesville boundary. Yeah.
Oh,
so these
okay.
21 people don't actually live in Colville. They're just surrounded by Colville.
Let's just see if we can find, did we go all the way around the green?
Yeah, I was
Just out of
gonna say that
curiosity.
this summit boundary is a
See if
new,
there's one, yeah,
contender for one,
going
if we
to
do-
two.
we do want to spend a second on it.
Okay, yeah, come up here a little bit. Let's just see if there's.
Oh, so we
one
need from one.
From 1 to 2.
Oh, I didn't expect that to be a 6.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, across the county line though.
Is-
Isn't it?
no,
Yeah.
that's still summit. Yeah.
Oh, well then, let's go look at that one again. Could we take all that? So-
Oh, yeah, because we've got zeros around it.
Mhm.
Although this is a 1 as well.
Well, we'd have to leave one of those ones out.
Oh, so this 1 probably lives here,
Oh, yeah.
and this one,
So,
oh, probably lives here, actually. Not on the same roads or anything. Do you want this one?
oh, but there's 2 right next to it there.
Or maybe we should just not play with it anymore.
Yeah, I don't like those. I like
I
getting
like
to
the way it
zero.
follows. Is that a stream
Yeah.
right there?
Yeah,
A creek.
Yeah,
That one's just waiting for us though, people. Hey, wait, just, do I just want to see, could we,
well, we'll pick up 4 people if we follow this.
oh, we can't do that.
there was a one down a little further south, though. Oh, there's 11 or 13.
Yeah, it looks like they're also on one of these winding roads.
Brad.
Are the people, do the census, I haven't considered strongly enough how the census reaches out to all of these people that live in their cabins, I guess. Or, I don't know. Should we just leave it here then?
I think so. Yeah, my grandmother got counted twice in like the 1820 or 1830 census. I don't remember which one it was. But, apparently, even though it's, we have a technical date of April 1st, apparently she made the trip from California to Nevada in between the time they took it in one place and the other. So she showed
Right
up
in
on,
front of the Census Bureau the whole way across, I'm sure.
Okay, now I'm just throwing this out, okay? So this is a creek right here, right? We think this is a very good division. Okay, we know that really there are what, 5 people that live out
Yeah.
here total?
I think
We don't know where they are, 4 people. So just questioning whether that is a great divide, but since nobody really lives there to take notice of where one congressional district ends in another. And if you're placing numbers ahead of division lines, I'm just saying that
yeah, I don't know.
you
that-
could possibly go with
In
that.
this case, I agree. If we want to prioritize numbers over geographic features, but in this instance,
Or we have a lovely.
if I'm
geographic
choosing
feature.
between a geographic feature and a one that looks really wonky,
Mhm.
I think I'm geographic feature.
Okay,
And we can keep it in mind if for
and
some reason we're discussing
what's in
more.
this block right here?
Is this the other one or the 0?
I'm sorry that I'm pushing this.
No, that's okay, Karen.
But just because the gauntlet has been thrown down, I just, so look, you have a road here. So if that
Yeah.
is a 0, is indeed a 0. What I'm saying is in the whole scheme of things.
Yeah,
And if we do really want to get,
It's a 1.
great, so, oh, there's a 1 there. All right, never mind. That puts this 1 over there. So there's a 1 right up in here, as I said.
Yeah, I don't know where the 1 itself is, but I just like the numerical integer. I wish I knew could see it, but there's 1.
so click on that one again. Oh, it's unassigned. I'm like, where did they go? They went down unassigned, okay.
You're like, is 0, 1, 1, 1 now?
I was really confused.
Because if we did do this, it really would look like a salamander type.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just think if that were 0 in that area,
Then it
I
wouldn't
think
be
we
so
could do
bad,
that.
yeah. Agreed.
Do we want to look through any of the other teams or the public submissions for House or Senate or school board before you head out?
well, I feel like we looked at Senate, school board the other day.
Yeah,
I feel like we
Have you seen the revised read?
revised for the school board.
Yes.
I don't have it saved.
Okay, well, I can explain.
Okay,
it.
so are we good with this then? Are we saving?
Yes, let's save this.
Yeah, I saved it a couple times.
Okay. So we met with the folks, the school boards down in Provo, or in Utah County.
Mhm.
And so when they looked at the maps, they didn't like Orange 1. Although Nebo School District liked Orange 1.
Is that all of you?
I think it was one. Yeah, because it basically keeps Nebo together. It does split a few people off of Nebo, but it's largely. Yeah. Purple School Board, the folks in Alpine didn't like it because. So can you pull up Purple School Board?
I'm curious to hear what Alpine said about this one too.
Are you in Nebo? School district?
Mhm.
So their concern, so if you go to Eagle Mountain,
Is it very specifically within Eagle Mountain even?
well, it was in the Eagle Mountain area. So their concern was that this area here is outside here. Although what I think was happening is one of the people in the room lives somewhere out here. And
And represents this area over
Or
here.
it's this neighborhood, is-
either that or he lives here.
this neighborhood's like 1,000 some odd people or
Yeah.
something.
So it was an issue of him
And-
running again and that's.
Well, no, it wasn't him running, it was actually a professional staffer.
It was like
He
a
was just
personal
thinking that-
preference.
Yeah, so zoom out on this. So this goes up into,
Jordan.
so the southern part,
I
and so
see.
they just felt that their voice
And
wouldn't be
these people were
heard.
being left out here.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
But that said, you would still have, this would be an Alpine school district. But, I think the bigger problem for Alpine, although they didn't say it, is that Alpine then is split between Nebo, and they wouldn't necessarily have a sure additional voice for Alpine.
Mhm.
They do like, if there's gonna be a split, they don't mind having Orem with Provo. So, but I still think we ought to, the purple map goes in the mix.
Yeah.
I was
Because
surprised.
it may well be that, when we go visit the folks in Salt Lake County tomorrow, they may say, gosh, purple gets it all right. We did.
I was surprised to hear that Utah County did it. Again, Utah County, I do like this, a lot of parts
Yeah.
of this. And I mean, this Alpine flash has happened somewhere.
Yeah.
So
So,
you meet with Salt Lake School District tomorrow?
yes, and then on Friday with the Weber and Davis school.
Great.
Are you meeting with all of the Salt Lake schools?
That's my understanding.
So Salt Lake, Grand, Jordan.
Yeah, we're actually
Okay.
meeting at the Murray district office.
Great. A central space.
Yes.
Lovely. Okay,
So open up green.
And maybe while we're here,
okay.
I've been instructed to save this change for now. Oh, I have to log into Green to do it. So they wanted Alpine. Placed with.
Yeah, you did this somewhere.
Yeah, but why I did it, took a PDF of it and didn't save it. Because it was more supposed to be like a quick, here's an idea of what it could be, because I was like, I'll wait for the green team to choose the specific blocks.
And they did support it.
Yes, so they want Alpine and 11.
So on the green team, so if. This is 0.
So do they have one green?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Alpine would essentially have two districts in this plan that they would essentially have control over. Well, that they would have a state school board seat that would be representing the district.
Mhm.
And they would essentially be coming virtually from the entirety of Alpine. So what they suggested is that instead of having Alpine up here, they suggested putting Alpine in with 11 and then taking part of Orem and moving it in with Provo. So that essentially
So we take this upper part, goes into 11.
goes
and
into
the bottom
11,
part of 11
bottom part
into
goes into
12.
Yeah, so it's 10,000 people from Orem get put with Provo, and Alpine stays with their neighbors a little better.
And so we shared that with the Green Team, and the Green
Okay.
Team was comfortable with it.
Okay, okay, good.
So thank you for, that is on my list of things to do, is make a copy with that, and then when Commissioner Baker gets here to say, these blocks are different blocks.
Okay, so are you, because you've had this discussion,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be leaning on you a little bit.
Mhm.
Are you comfortable with this green school board map then?
Yeah, I'm certainly not uncomfortable with it. I still think the purple is the perfect.
No need to. You say that.
But no, I think, the green map, was, has made some sense, at least to the school district so far. And, it's got minimal county splits.
Uh-huh.
The one county split that, I wouldn't mind not having is the San Pete County, but, they split it on the school district.
Although they, not quite
Oh,
actually.
no, they didn't.
Yeah, here it is. It is right
Oh, I
here.
was thinking that was, so they actually
So
split
San
northeast San Pete County.
So they took
So
Mount
North
Pleasant.
Stampede is split.
So they took Mount Pleasant and Fairview, but not Moroni and Spring City
So
boundary.
in that sense, I still like purple because we don't have those splits. All of our splits are either in Salt Lake, Davis, Weber, or Utah.
Okay, then what about the orange? Did you get any feedback on orange?
So, again, Nebo liked orange, but Alpine and Provo did not.
Does it split Provo?
It's, I don't think it's split Provo, did it? I think Provo's with Nebo. Orange,
And they like that less.
they like that less. They said they have a greater affinity
With
and similarity to Southern Orem than they do with, say, Springville.
we can pace it for, yeah.
That was rude of them.
Well, is it orange? It's
Oh, well,
pretty Provo Orem. I don't know.
But I'm not remembering what the problem was, because I was thinking,
Maybe they just don't want the lake.
oh, you know what? It's, no, it's District 7 that they didn't like. So Provo was okay with this one,
Okay,
but it was Alpine that didn't like this because the Eagle Mountain folks
get pulled.
are going to lose their voice, they think, to the folks in,
Jordan,
in
Tooele.
Harriman, Riverton, and Tooele.
that's her. Right, yeah. Jordan School District.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, that was the problem with Orion. It was District 7 to them.
But Nebo and Alpine
But yeah,
were a fan. Or Nebo and
Nebo and
Provo.
Provo were okay with it.
Alpine is very large, right? Alpine is like 2.5, or it's like at least one split.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that was really interesting was the UEA map. When we showed it to them, they really disliked the UEA.
Well, listening to, I didn't care for the UEA map,
Uh-huh.
actually, as we heard Chase's report.
Yeah.
There were just too many splits, I
Well,
thought.
Yeah, and that's the thing, when you start looking at it, they're,
I mean, I
for
like,
as much as they said they didn't want to split, they're an awful
exactly.
lot.
Well, and I liked the fact that when they did have to split, they were
They-
looking at the
yes.
high school boundaries. I thought that was good, but as I listened to them and I just thought about the number of splits say we have in our purple map,
Yeah.
I would prefer the purple map over the blue.
Well,
map.
and especially when you look at the deviations being so very large.
Yes,
And granted, I think you know, I hope that it will look at larger deviations for the Senate, the House, and the state school board. But I don't know that we need to push it up to 10,000. Especially
I don't
if,
either.
because essentially, you know, what you're doing, and when you add these all up, you've got about half the equivalent of half a school board seat that gets dispersed. And I really like the idea that they're part of the conversation.
I do too. It's great to have them engaged.
But I did find that the reaction from the local school boards, or as they call them, the LEAs, which apparently for the legislature is an important term.
It is very important. And as our, you don't say PTA.
Yes,
Say.
PTOs.
Yeah, but I really
Yeah.
did feel that as I listened to this.
Yeah.
I felt like it's great to have EA engaged, and I really appreciated that. I felt like there were a lot of splits here, though.
We have a couple of other school board maps. We did not discuss the public school board maps with the districts.
So did any of those stand out to you the other day when we went through these, though? Granite split 5 times, and is that just BDK,
Split 4 times in Stewart.
and 5 in Alpines?
How many did it split in the purple one? I think it needs.
So I just split the baseline map. Alpine split 4 ways.
We have granite split 4 as well.
That-
Those were our biggest splits, districts. But we're seeing, like I say, 5 in this.
Oh,
PD.
we're not using the right school board map for us because we corrected this 17.
Oh, we did. Yes, we did.
Oh,
So yeah, there was that piece outside of Brickyard.
excellent. Oh, did we ever hear that answer?
I think,
I thought we heard that that really is part
Specifically-
of the school district.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's correct, because I remember, I remembered making that change. And then when I was looking at your map yesterday, I was like,
yeah, we did.
maybe it
make
got
that change.
unchanged.
Yeah,
Um,
no, we did. Make
I'm
that
gonna,
change for sure.
I'm gonna rechange that real quick,
Thank
make sure it
Yeah.
gets saved. So it sounds like that is in fact Salt
Salt
Lake
Lake
yeah,
School District,
jurisdiction,
yes.
all right?
And that's in District 8 currently.
It needs to be in 7.
It's right there. There it is, those 17 persons.
Easy fix.
Right?
So there wasn't anything that stood out to me on the public maps that I went, wow, they got it more right than me. But again, I don't have any significant problems with the public maps. Not like we have with some of the other. This one I did like. I think they kept Cedar City with St. George.
Yeah, I did like that.
I
too.
like that better than putting Cedar City. There was one put Cedar, oh, maybe it was the state school board. Or this UEA there.
Yeah, they put
Yeah.
Cedar City.
Yeah, UEA, you put all of this
Mhm.
together, and that felt very contrary to what we were hearing.
Yes,
Particularly the St. George piece.
especially, well, and this piece
And-
too,
and with
right?
this piece,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, these two don't
Uh-huh.
make sense to me. Yeah, I don't mind them being, these seem like similar kinds of issues. But this really is problematic. So I think this makes more sense to me than the UEA map. The other public map is somewhat similar. Oh, I actually think I like this a little better.
Is this the BDK?
No, this is Stewart.
Oh, Stewart. Oh, yeah, I thought Stewart's actually, I liked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he presented it again on Monday with that.
yeah.
No, I thought this captured, actually, this was one of my favorite parts here.
Yeah.
I think that really, that plus you have these areas with Morgan and Summit
Yeah.
together, South Summit, like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually really did like this map.
Is there anything that you want me to pull up on here at all, or do you
Um,
largely recall it from Monday?
I think I
Yeah, I'm
recall
okay.
it, yeah. I did like this.
Yeah.
Now Murray, they split on this one in Stewart, he split Murray.
Yeah, it's not a very big split. It's
No,
one
it's
that if we could fix.
197.
Yeah.
What's his deviation? He's fairly low, but
Yeah.
Murray is 197.
Which district is that in? It's in District 10.
10, can 10 grow at all? Oh, that's 196, so put in the 300
Yeah.
plus. Granite, look at Granite on his, there are 14 people.
Yeah,
It seems like that could be fixed, maybe that was some way.
yeah, so I would think the 14 ought to be able to be fixed. I would like to look at fixing the 197. I mean, if we were to adopt this map.
Yeah, because I do think this was a good map.
Yeah,
He does have a 220, I guess you have it there too. He has a 224, so 300 isn't that much, wouldn't be that much larger
Right.
than his
Yeah.
largest deviation.
Right. So, so if we're talking about how we would vote tomorrow, just what we need to put forth from our purple team.
yeah,
So certainly we want to put forward our
or purple.
purple map.
I think I would support, at least as of right now, I would support the green map.
Uh-huh.
With the, give the feedback we've received so far.
And I would support Stewart's map.
And yeah. I think the deviations are too tight on the orange map.
The orange.
Isn't that right?
We are very tight on the orange. school board.
Yeah.
And again, look at the district splits
Yeah,
on the orange map. And that's a lot.
yes, I agree.
So Salt Lake City, which is one of our smaller school districts, not a huge school
Yeah.
district, they split it 3 times.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just think that's. Yeah, I think Salt Lake City does.
what's your schedule like? Next couple of weeks?
Let's see, I did bring my.
I'm gonna take this, are we